Coming to you live.
Get ready for an unforgettable experience. Are you ready? Five, four, three, two, one.
Let's get hype.
Let's go. Come on. What's going on, Cowboys Nation? Y'all know what it is. It's the late night hype. Law Nation, Silver and Blue Nation, Skywalker Universe. Y'all know how we do. We gotta rock out before we start. Let's go. What up, Cowboy fans? know how we do, Big Law. Big game. The OG. A whole lot of news. Woo! Y'all was about to kill me, huh? Y'all was ready to come on. Hey. They definitely getting them in today. Eastside, appreciate you. It's your boy, appreciate you. Woo!
He asking for the full dollar. He just asking for the 50.
Oh, look. I'm sorry, y'all. They couldn't hear y'all. See, this is what happened when you rush. When you
Yeah, I
rush
don't care. Oh, so I said all that for what?
Tell me we gotta say this.
Oh
again.
my God! I said. So are we live now?
We've been live. They can hear you, brother.
Hear me.
Now you can hear me. Oh my God! Are we serious? Y'all gotta have me bring this energy again. I just screamed $2 hollers, $2 holler. It's your boy D White. $2 holler for Andrew Jackson. $2 holler for your boy Eastside. $2 holler, and I'll say it one more time. I'm hitting y'all with the trademark. If I catch y'all out there saying hollers, I'm charging you 50 cents on the dollar.
Yes, 50 cents on the dollar, and Jake the Great, $9.99 for your mind.
Woo!
Holla.
You over there flame
There
on.
you go.
Jake the Great, get on over here, Jake from State Farm.
I don't even know how to follow up with that, bro.
You hear me, Jake from State Farm? Come on over.
Hey, Nation, I can't follow up with that, man. What's going on, everybody out there?
What up?
Appreciate y'all coming through. I apologize for the mute. If y'all could have heard what he basically said the same damn thing, y'all. He brought the same energy.
I said the same thing.
Y'all know how he do, man. He bring that energy. What's going on, fellas?
yeah.
Y'all staying safe, man?
Yeah, we staying safe. You know, we trying to live. You know, coronavirus everywhere.
Let me stop you there because YouTube is getting funny. We can't really say that word.
Oh, that's right. You can't say it.
Vondell.
Hey, that's my That's my dog. That's my dog. That's my dog.
Off the top
That's my dog. What did he say? He said, "That's my dog. That's my dog.
Hey, Lou.
That's my dog."
Shout out your
Mondale, 1999, holla, go! And then guess what? Aaron Lewis comes back and smacks me with a phone, 99, holla, bricky kick, bricky kick, bricky kick, kick.
Wow, man.
They're gonna say, man, boy, hey, when we hype like this, I know
that's why it's called the late night hype.
That's right.
Damn it, baby.
That's right,
They're
man.
like, hurry. They're like, shut the hell up and talk about these damn Cowboys.
That boy's good.
But y'all know how we got to bring it in with the energy, man. Y'all know how we got to bring in with the energy. It's late, so we got to wake them up.
Wake up.
Mm-hmm. Wake up.
Go fix some drink or something.
Get some drink and some dank.
I tell you what did.
Drink and dank.
Hey. Listen, hey, Big
All right,
Game.
I'm good. I'm
Big
good.
Game.
We good now.
Big,
All right,
you know
I'm
what
good.
I'm about to do, Big Game.
Who's that?
I don't have the patience to jack with you today.
Not tonight.
All right.
Oh,
I'll be
We
good.
got news to talk about.
Let's talk about
We got
Yeah.
news to talk about. One
Yeah.
thing that got me real excited yesterday in regards to the Cowboys world, because there's a lot going on in in the NFL right now in free agency. But we locked up Coop, man. We locked up Coop. I know we all talked about it.
What's that one thing that we used to see about 5 years ago, and they came on Skywalker and they was like, barely.
Oh, barely.
We got Coop barely. We got Coop barely.
It's the one where the John was like, POP, hold it down.
Yeah, your POP, hold it down.
I'm legally blind.
I'm legally blind. He
I
said,
can only see out of one eye.
Yeah, we
Barely.
got Coop barely.
By an inch, baby.
So what you're saying is that we got Coop, because I saw you throughout the last day or two talk about we got Coop because the relationship with Dak Prescott, correct?
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. Yeah.
Do you kind of agree with that, Law?
Man, I absolutely 100% agree with that. You see, Dak Prescott 3-5 without him that year.
Hey, before we finish that right quick,
go ahead.
Jake the Great jumped over here with the 299 holler. He said, I'm just sliding through. I appreciate Jake from State Farm. Jake the Great, I love you.
And then another J-Rock S. $4.99 for your mind.
See, that's how we just hollering out here.
Donations.
Donation.
Yes. He said, Law, do you think the Dallas Cowboys pursuing any big names in this free agency? Basically, I'm just paraphrasing.
I'm saying, though, I'm going to even ask you, Skywalker, and both of y'all right now.
Yeah.
Would you not agree when because first of all, when I made that video, and thank you for that beautiful thumbnail that you did for me, Skywalker.
Oh man,
but basically, when I jumped out there the next day, people were like, "It's only the first day. It's only the first day." I didn't say the Cowboys dropped the ball. I said, did they? Do you think because of the way you let all those guys come out in free agency? Now, we understand about getting Coop back. But at the end of the day, he was allowed to touch free agency, so that was not a good thing for me. And yes, he came back to Dallas, but we have seen and heard how the Redskins offered him more money. Now, the Cowboys don't. Dallas, Texas doesn't have taxes. Virginia does. So they were saying that the contract would end up still being the same as the Cowboys, but out there you would just see that the Redskins outbidded the Cowboys. But at the end of the day, when you look at Cooper, what is the main thing he kept saying? I love Dallas. I love Dallas. I don't want to go anywhere else. I love this place. I want to retire here. And what was one of the big things he kept saying? I love Dak Prescott. We have a great chemistry from day one. We hit the ground running. And you've seen the chemistry you have. Now, if you're Cooper, are you going to leave the Cowboys to go to the Redskins with a defensive-minded coach? No quarterback to speak of. Your offensive line is not like the Cowboys. You don't have an Ezekiel Elliott. You don't have all that you have in Dallas, and it's even more dysfunctional over there. So why in the hell would Cooper go over there and be miserable? And Cooper's the type of person that he's a mental person.
Right.
And if Cooper he a chess guy. And if he ain't happy, bruh. And do you really think he had been happy over there in Washington? He said, hell no. Haskins, Dak. Bye to the Cowboy, bye to Washington. Here I come, Cowboys.
I mean, just to piggyback off what you just said, Big Game James, you 1,000% right on that. On top of that, like I said before, chemistry, continuity, rapport, don't sleep on that Cowboy Nation. And on top of that, the only thing that people can get mad at Cooper with is that he kept Jason Garrett here for an extra year. Because if he had not did what he did in 2018, if you know what I mean, boy, they would have broke down that team then.
Yeah.
So, hey, pump the brakes on talking about Cooper and pump the brakes talking about that he was soft, because everybody knows that what DeAndre Hopkins did last year. Guess what? I want people to do their homework. Look up Cooper's numbers and compare them to DeAndre Hopkins. And I will.
Well, we all should be happy with this Cooper signing.
True.
Point blank, period. Everybody wanted him back. I don't think anybody's complaining about the money. He's going to get paid. He's an elite wide receiver. Going into it, we had to bring up the home and away because that is a concern. That's the one thing I want to see Cooper improve on. Just like I wanted to see Dak improve last year, I want to see Cooper improve on the road because this goes back to Oakland / Las Vegas. So this isn't a Dak Prescott problem, people, because I've seen that too. Oh, well, if the quarterback can't get him the ball, blah, blah, blah. Well, he's had about 3 different quarterbacks trying to get him the ball on the road, and it's been an issue. So that's the only thing I want to see Cooper improve upon. But other than that, man, how can you not be happy with this? And actually, let's take a look. Take a look at the contract details. So here's how it's laid out, guys. And I want you guys to grade the Cooper deal in the comments. It's $100 million deal, 5 years.
100 years.
$100 million deal, 5 years, not 100 years. That's a vampire.
I like that. Damn,
that's
cool.
a good deal.
Damn, cool. That's the lovely deal.
Cowboy for life. To death do us part.
Cowboy for life.
$60 million guaranteed. $10 million signing bonus. He will only account $10 million against the salary cap this year, and it'll be $20 million from 21 all the way through 24. Okay,
Get those calculators out, Cowboy
and
Nation.
$40 million is guaranteed at signing, with another 20 coming with injury through March, I believe it's March 2022. So it's a pretty simple contract broken down. But how would you guys grade this deal, Cowboys Nation? And how would you guys grade this deal, Law and James?
Well, what was the first 3 years like the money that's going to go against the cap?
It'll be 10 million accounted against the cap this year and 20 for the rest of the contract.
So 10 and 20. So 10 and 20.
10, 20, 20, 20.
Yeah.
And 20.
Man, Ezekiel Elliott getting
first
15
3
million
years.
at a
Yeah.
running back, and it's okay with me.
It's okay, man. It's a good contract, man, especially if you look at the age factor of it. And we already know that last year he played injured and he got that type of production. But I will say this, maybe this year, even if you see some slippage or what have you, maybe, just maybe this Cowboy Nation, instead of Michael Gallup having 13, I think he had like 11 to 13 drops.
11.
Maybe he had 11 of them.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe this would be the year that Michael Gallup step up and he won't be responsible. I'm talking about Amari Cooper, be responsible for that road coverage, double team coverage, an extra guy underneath and these sorts of things. And we won't see that it's all depending on Amari Cooper to save us. So hopefully when we look at this particular contract deal, it's be usable enough and I guess contract friendly enough so that we can have some type of placeholder so that we can probably extend or extract something as it relates to restructuring that
Yes.
contract there, I say.
Yes.
And we'll be okay.
We're getting a lot of A's in the comments.
I mean, if you asking me on this, I'm happy with it, because this is what we have to understand, folks. Just like when they're talking about Dak Prescott, and just like we're talking about with all these other contracts. The first year, everybody's like, "Oh my God, he's making that much money." The next year, you're not, because these other receivers are going to trump him, especially the receivers. They're going to be signing so quickly. By a year, he's going to be dropped, and everybody's going to not even be talking about that contract like that. So I don't feel like it's a bad deal at all. And this dude is one of the top receivers in the league. If you let Amari Cooper go and he goes to any team, he's going to instantly make that team better. Any team. He is, because he's that good. So why would you even be mad at it? And then I was agreeing with you, Law, with the age factor. It's not like you're signing a guy that's 30 years old to this type of deal like they did with Julio Jones. Julio Jones signed that deal when he's in his 30s. Amari Cooper is signing that in his mid-20s. So I'm feeling really good about that. And then the factor of Michael Gallup. Yes, I feel like Michael Gallup will step up and take a little bit of pressure off of Cooper, where we don't have to feel like Cooper's the savior in our pass game. And we don't know at that 17th pick, they might scoop up a receiver still. It still may happen. So if you get that and you get a dynamic rookie too, that's a speedster or a burner, now you got super dynamic. So I think it's a great contract, and especially the loyalty that Cooper showed. He stayed true, didn't he, fellas? He said from the very beginning, I don't want to go nowhere. I don't want to be nowhere. I love it here. I love playing with Dak. And he stayed true to it. So we really got to give kudos for Amari Cooper, because most players, and not hating on these other guys, the Robert Quinns, who went for the, hey, I love my brothers here in Dallas. Hey, we offering you $14 million a year. Bye.
Yeah.
Hey, Randall Cobb. I don't want to go nowhere else. Mike McCarthy here. We offering you $9 million over here. Bye. You get what I'm saying?
Got paid.
You feel me? They're getting paid. So when you hear most of those guys say they want to stay, that money talks. But Cooper was one of the ones that say, you know what? I love it here and I don't want to go anywhere else.
Yeah. And let me add this one other caveat to the table. Cowboy Nation, just think about this. They did sign a new CBA, right? So we're looking at this contract. This may be a very cheap contract, because next year it's already I think the new salary cap will be right at $242 million. And then on top of that, the new TV contract is about to come out another year from that point. So this may be a situation where boy, we hit gold, because it may look like it's a lot of money now, Cowboy Nation, for those who count in the pennies. But guess what? It's going to grow.
And man, see, I'm glad you said that. Can you hold that thought for the Dak Prescott conversation? Because I really want to bring that back up for the Dak Prescott conversation. But let's hop into the hype chat. What's going on, y'all? Cowboys Nation.
Those donations.
It is. They all in here. We got some A's. Wow. Carlitos says that structure is very Cowboy friendly.
Right.
We got some Dax will sign before the season. Some B's. A+ Cooper. Keeping Cooper. Without him, we are not a contender. That would be tough to be a contender without Coop. with this team as we stand. The salary cap will increase. Right. Calvin says exactly what you said. Each of those years, it won't hurt over the cap. It won't hurt our cap. Right. I'm sorry. And somebody says, how much money is left and who's a guy you would splurge on, even though it was Angel, even though we aren't. Yeah, the splurge thing, we won't. But if I'm not mistaken, over the cap has us at 25.
25,
that's
25
not,
mil.
Everything is not accounted for, in my opinion.
Right, because they still have to. If Dak Prescott signs a long-term deal, that spreads out more money. And they still got to get the full parameters, I believe, if I'm not wrong, Will, with the Amari Cooper contract, because it's not fully finished as far as that. Right. So they don't have that strict cap number. So, and remember, Tyrone Crawford, you can still take that pay cut.
Shout out to Randy with the super chat. I'm not sure which, because I have the collective guys in here from Facebook. Mind you, this chat is Facebook, all of our YouTubes, and we're at about 350 almost combined. So we got a lot of eyeballs on us. So
let's go.
Let's go.
And get all in here. Don't stop. Get on in here. Keep on coming. Y'all ain't got nowhere to go.
Real quick,
sister, cousin,
Randy
uncle.
Stites. He says Cowboys targeting cornerback. Shout out to you for the donation. He says Cowboys targeting cornerback in free agency or draft or both. Real
They're
quick.
Gonna do both.
I say both.
Both.
I say both.
Boy, we got.
They're gonna have to do, because guess what? They're already been reporting, I believe, like Jocelyn Anderson has already been reporting that the Cowboys had interest with Chris Harris. There may be something mutual right there, and he's already been out there working out, I believe, in Texas already. And I believe that could be a reality, especially when the Cowboys start talking in the media saying they have interest in you, they want you. Now all they're looking at is how much do you want, and is it affordable to them? If it's affordable to them, more times than not, the Cowboys sign you. So when they're already talking about they have interest in Chris Harris, I believe it's real. You guys already both were on board with the Chris Harris thing. Yeah. I came out and said, well, you know what? I don't know, because a lot of people are going to go by the name. Because when you look at him compared to Byron Jones last year, they had the same exact years. He only had one interception more than Byron Jones, and he's 31. I like, if you're looking at a gap player, a bridge player, and those numbers work, I like it. But I also like Desmond Trufant, who just recently got released from Atlanta. I do like Desmond. He's a couple years younger, too. I've always liked his little attitude. Trufant, his brother that played for Seattle back in the day, I loved him, Marcus Trufant. I loved him back in the day, and he was a dog back in the day. So I like Desmond. I wouldn't be hurt with Harris, but I like a Trufant, and we definitely going to have to draft a corner as well.
Yes, there's some good names. And I'm glad you brought those names up, because I don't think you're going to have to splurge for them. But those are the type of guys.
Trey Waynes got paid.
Well, he got 10 million. He got 10 million, right?
He got 14 million
per year.
A year.
What?
14 million. Trey Waynes got 14 million a year.
Got that paper bag.
And remember we were talking. Remember when we had the show like a couple weeks ago? We were like, let's go after Trey Waynes. Well, I said he's gonna be cheap.
I'm okay with Bradbury getting paid what he got, because I think he's on the up and up.
Yeah,
I think Bradbury's on the up and up. Trey, I thought, was pretty stagnant. I didn't really see that.
I didn't see nothing, no 14 million from no damn Trey Waynes.
Hey, Nation, we're going to get into a lot of these free agents, but it is time for that time of night, because we're getting that momentum here. And as my man Law likes to say, give us your location of the nation. Tell
for
us
your donation.
With no hesitations or no deviations of that matter.
Come on, Cowboys Nation. Give us your location of the nation, where you at.
Where the hell y'all at?
Where y'all at, man?
Shout out your city, shout out your state, shout out your country.
Natchez.
I know it's a lot going on probably where you at right now. Probably, I don't want to use too many words, because you know how YouTube is getting real weird, but you're probably confined to your homes right now.
Confined to your crib.
If you confine, let us know,
We got Florida in the building.
Y'all at?
Philly,
Tell us.
DC, North Carolina, Tampa Bay, Fort Lauderdale, DFW, as George W. would say, Jersey, Houston. I mean, this thing flew. Kansas City.
They going nutty up in here with
nutty.
those things. We like
Memphis,
it,
Tennessee,
nutty.
Sam.
Don't you tear up Massachusetts today, Will.
Backdoor Idaho, baby.
Massachusetts in the building. Bakersfield, San Antonio.
Cunningham. Appreciate you.
Arkansas. The good old Alaska. Wow, we got Alaska.
Alaska.
Salute.
Hey, I lived in Alaska for a couple
Oxnard,
years.
California. Silver Blue.
Oxnard, shout out.
Augusta.
Tennessee.
Savannah, Georgia. What's that? South Haven, Mississippi.
Louisiana,
Grand Prairie, South Jersey, North Richland Hills, Texas, Gregory
Cali.
Davis, Columbus. Y'all everywhere, man.
Kansas.
Hey, guess what? We the only nation that can say this, because if this was an Eagles channel or if this was a Redskin channel, they won't be able to say
Baltimore.
Philly. Where you from? East Philly. Where you
East
from?
Philly.
North Philly.
Baltimore,
Shout
Virginia.
out to Oak Cliff, man.
Shout out to everybody that's in
Let's
our
go.
rival towns and has to
My
deal
boo
with
thing
these
said she
fans.
saw Puerto Rico in there.
Puerto
Puerto
Rico.
Rico.
Oh,
Oh, Puerto Rico. Oh,
And
Puerto
you're
Rico.
listening.
Defiance,
Nothing
Ohio. Hey,
but the
hey, real
best.
quick, son Isaiah.
Defiance.
When I hear of Defiance, I think of the show Scandal. because that's where they cheated at in the election. So shout out to Scandal for Defiance, Ohio. Yeah, man. Thank you, Nation, for shouting out the location, and we appreciate your donations, bars. All right.
Bars all day,
Bars.
baby.
Bars.
They're going platinum.
Salute to
fam.
y'all. Salute to y'all. But I do kind of want to go right into, because we're talking about, Amari Cooper being getting his extension, and that kind of ties right into Dak Prescott, doesn't it?
Right,
Yeah.
it does.
It really does. And I understand the Dak tag was a few days ago, but it is important to think about what we do, the time frame, what it means, because a lot of people don't really understand the tag.
Right.
We had a conversation off air here that certain people are saying, well, why did Dak turn down $30 million? Well, the tag is going to pay him more than that, so why would he?
Mm-hmm.
So why would he? And
Well-
go ahead, I'm sorry.
No. Go ahead. I'll let Big Game James talk about that. Go ahead and talk about it.
Well, I mean, hey ho, Marvin Hargrove with the $10 holla, and happy
Yeah,
birthday
happy
to you,
birthday
Marvin.
to
Happy
you.
birthday, brother. We got a party.
Birthday to you. Play the birthday music.
Yeah. There you go.
Happy
It's his
birthday to
birthday.
you. It's your birthday.
Yeah, the
It's
party
your
real quick,
birthday.
fella.
Appreciate you, big
birthday.
dog. You should appreciate you. But with this Dak Prescott thing, I mean, it's kind of really obvious that, I said last November he was getting tagged. So this ain't no surprise to me. I said in November he was going to get tagged.
You did.
It's-
You did say
It's just the problem with this is, man, just figure it out. All we keep on hearing is just like a year
What's up,
that's
Clark?
the issue. We're just saying here in this Dak wants a 4-year deal. They want to give him 5. You get what I'm saying? They're offering more than Goff and Wentz, but it's about the year. So, they sent their last deal. France came back and sent his. So, they have until June?
July 15th.
July
And they
15th.
can't go that far, though, guys.
And they will not go that far because that makes no sense. OTAs, everything is going to be going on. So that makes no sense. But we'll just see what happens, because right now it's a big red line on that cap right now, just sitting there. So we want him to get signed so they can spread that money out so they can use it. Just like you
Absolutely.
said, Will. Right now it's only sitting on 25, so you're kind of strapped. So the quicker you get that deal done, extension long term, you can open up more money, and then they can jump in and see what guys are out there, because we know that the Cowboys in the first wave of free agency, they sit on their butts. They don't do anything. They go after their own. They say they're going to go after their own. And usually Stephen Jones has said it, that first wave of free agency, and we've seen it, is really high price. A lot of guys in that first wave get a lot more money than they would get in the second and third wave. So that's what the Cowboys tend to do. They wait until those other guys fall off. The only thing that's helping them, in my opinion, with this free agency is that it's so deep. Take, for example, I ain't trying to take all your time, but just take, for example, right quick, with the defensive tackle
we'll
position,
get there.
right?
We'll get
Right.
there.
We
If
got
you-
number of time.
If you're talking about just a quick instance, when we're talking about guys who I wanted, as far as the defensive tackles, Jordan Phillips is one of the guys we all been talking about, right? He gone. Another guy made a video about Vernon Butler. He gone. Brockers
We'll
was
get
another
there.
guy. He gone.
He gone.
You get what I'm saying? It's a lot of guys gone. But as much as those guys are going, I'm like, dang, you still got Linville
It's still
Joseph.
a ton
you
of
got
people.
Stax Harrison. You still got
you're
Pope.
going on a whole nother segment.
can't help
We'll get there. We'll get there.
All right,
'Cause-
I'll
'cause
take my time,
it's
but
all-
I'm ready for you whenever you got, Will.
We'll get there.
He's ready.
Last words on this franchise tag law. Where you sitting at with it? How you feeling about it? What
I
does
look
it
at this
mean?
franchise tag, man. They got to work out something. I don't want to hear this deadline make deals, because we already know there's another deadline, July the 15th, something
yes.
like that. So I don't want Jerry Wayne Jones to sit there and say, well, we're going to give you this long-term money, but let's just figure this thing out until July 15th. I don't want that. And on top of that, good teams, great teams don't use the franchise tag on their prominent players. I do know I'm going to get a segment of people that say, Dak Prescott, he's trash. He can't hit water if he fell off a boat. Somehow he won 40 games and lost 24. But the 24 that he lost was because of Dak Prescott. Nobody else. Nobody else. It's because of Dak Prescott we lost the 24 out of the 40 games that we won. But I will say this, Cowboy Nation, be careful what you wish for. Be careful what you wish for, because I will say this with Dak Prescott. I think that we already talked about the TV contract is going to increase. We already talked about the fact that the salary cap will increase as well. Sign this man to whatever deal he wants. Anywhere north of that 35, 36 is still cool. I know that you're not fun of the 40 mil big game, James. I know you're not fun of the 40 burger, right?
What I say, that's a no from me, dog.
That's a big no for you. But all I can say is that 33 to 40, that's not that far apart.
I'm saying 36. They were saying 36. I mean, that's great. You making 36, 37. I'm cool.
Real quick, shout out to son Isaiah with the 199.
199. Holla. Donation. Tell him.
Donation.
Says, do you guys think Martellus? Not Martellus Bennett. Oh my goodness. Michael Bennett will be back. No.
Bye.
I don't think he'll be back.
See
he wants
ya.
to go back to He wants to
Once
go back
he-
to Seattle.
Once he said, I want to retire in Seattle.
What's
get
up,
the hell
TP
on
from
there.
NC? What's going on, Tony? I mean, for me, I think, again, I've been saying this for weeks. If you've been following me, the tag is nothing but an extension on time. And it sounds like, I should have pulled it up here. It sounds like, guys, they're actually close on this contract. Right now, it looks to be the length of the contract being the issue. I don't know what the exact numbers are in regards to yearly average and total guarantees, but it sounds like Dak wants 4 because he wants to hit free agency a little earlier or have the ability to negotiate another contract after 3 years. And the Cowboys want 5, and they want him to play all 5, which is understandable on both sides. I think they'll eventually meet in the middle. So
They have to.
Right. I think Dak. Here's the thing though, with the stuff going on in the world right now, the Cowboys were given a little bit more. Were given a little bit more time, given the luxury of waiting it out more because team activities have been pushed back. So they can say, okay, we're not forced to make this contract happen right now. We can prolong it a little longer because he doesn't have to come in for team activities with the new staff. You don't want to keep Dak Prescott out, right? So I think the deadline we need to be looking at isn't the July 15th. It's when does OTA start? When does that start? When can they start coming in and meeting with the coaches?
I don't want to have to even wait that long.
No, I hear you, but
because we still got to deal with these free agents, dog.
And matter of fact, let's get into that. Let's talk about the reason why we got to deal with the free agents, y'all. The lost Cowboys.
We lost.
Let's
talk about it.
The lost Cowboys. The Cowboys have lost, y'all. Byron Jones to the Dolphins. Randall Cobb to the Texans. Robert Quinn got paid. What did he get? $30 million guaranteed?
He got $30 million guaranteed
to the Bears. Talk about Robert Quinn and Mack. Woo.
Man, that's going to be deadly. I mean, and here's the thing. You know, I'm gonna keep it real. What we people who've been following us should already know. Because when we've been talking about, we talked about Dak, right? We felt like Dak was going to be there, right? We felt like Cooper was going to be there, but we can all agree that we weren't sure on Robert Quinn. We weren't sure on that because he played too good, and he was 29 years old, 11 and a half sacks. You knew a team was going to overpay for him. You knew a team was going to overpay. So it didn't matter what he said about playing with his brothers. Somebody throw some cash on you, $14 million a year, and as I said, Robert Quinn, this is his last contract. This is his last contract. So he ain't going to go cheap style. He's trying to get all the money he can. So he's doing what he's doing for him, and that's not wrong. And
thank you,
when
Jay.
we talk about with Robert, even with Cobb, y'all like Cobb. I said no because he was already talking about $7 million. You can get a rookie and for cheaper than that, and he went and got $9 million. You can't. I'm not mad at Dallas for not jumping out and paying those astronomical prices. I'm not mad at Dallas for that. But at the same time, you can't sit there forever and think we're the Cowboys and people just going to be waiting for us. It's not. Hey, these pro NFL players are trying to get paid. So don't keep on sitting on it forever and miss out on some quality guys, because you still got some really good quality guys that even though some guys got signed, you still got some quality guys that you can sign for the low. So hopefully they'll jump in that arena and attack some of these defensive tackles out there.
Let me hop in the hype chat
go
very
ahead.
quick. There's a lot of comments about something I wanted to point out, Law, and this is something we're hearing. Carlito says, nice comp picks next year, a couple thirds and fourth rounders. Could that be a reason, Law, why the Cowboys are saying, listen, you know what? We'll let Cobb go. We'll let Byron go. We'll let Robert Quinn go. Even though they can't help us this year, the comp picks, we will get rewarded for making some of these the trade for Quinn, right? The bringing in Cobb and what have you, and letting Byron Jones go. Does that play in a factor, or should it not play in a factor?
It shouldn't play into the factor because they still have to perform. Is that part of the agreement with the comp picks? They got to perform in order for us to get those compensation. So my thing is the top three. If you go back to that list, the top three, we will miss them because there's no logic of knowing what will become on that side of the cornerback field. There's no logic of knowing what will become dare I say a slot guy. Who is our slot guy now?
Don't have one.
Who is our slot guy? Who's going to play inside? We don't have one. Can Tony Pollard play inside? I don't know.
Real quick, Law. Thank you for the donation, Val Keeler. Val says Dak is cut from the same cloth as Staubach, Aikman. He will prove all the haters wrong. So thank you for the donation, brother.
Good donation.
Donation.
He said, I got 5 on it.
Yeah, yes, sir,
I got $1.99 on it.
So the thing that concerns me is the same thing that concerns you. Those top 3 guys are so vitally important. It would have been nice to get one. Now Cobb, obviously, maybe vital is overdoing it, right? That might be.
Yeah, he wasn't vital.
He was nice.
Who else can play inside?
He was a luxury.
It was a luxury.
So Amari Cooper can slide inside for you too. Now let's not forget.
True.
Now we understand you still got a Devin Smith, and I know y'all be hating on Cedric Wilson, but I ain't saying he's a dope player, but he's a player. Okay, you still got the John Vay Johnson on the roster. Who else is that? I mean, I ain't gonna call Ventrell Bryant because he got guns on people or whatever. But
shout out to
at the end of the day, I think you're gonna be able to find somebody in the rookie pool because they're so deep,
Yes.
and I don't believe it's not as hard to transition at the receiver to me as is other positions. So you can find a young rookie that can come in and say, "Hey, just run the 9 route." What were we talking about? What was your boy that went over to the Seattle Seahawks? DJ
Metcalf.
DJ Metcalf.
That's
He
big
wasn't
boy.
no polished route runner.
No.
Only thing you saw him over at Ole Miss was running 9 routes.
Oh yeah.
So you're saying that we're gonna use draft capital to replace Randall Cobb, which in this particular draft,
that's what they're gonna do. They're not paying him. Well, they weren't gonna pay him $7 million a year.
No.
Second, third rounder, or you going defense in the draft?
They're probably. I'm thinking that they might hit in the second or third round, especially if they got a speedster in those rounds. I definitely think they're going to attack it because, like I said before, if Kinlaw and Brown are gone, they're not going to hit a defensive tackle in that first round. I think that's when they're going to change their mind frame and say, let's see what that corner is looking like. I think they're really going to look at corner, especially if they didn't go hard in free agency. They're really going to look at it at that 17th pick. I think safety still will be into play, but I think corner is really going to stand out for them. CJ Henderson.
That's the draft. But what about now? Because you know what we like to do, right, big game.
They're going to draft somebody though, Skywalker.
Sure, but we like to plug, right? We like to plug that hole prior to the draft. Is there anyone in free agency to do that with?
Chris Harris, we just talked.
One of my sponsors over here for the offense. On the offense, one of my sponsors here, Jay Farm. Y'all know him.
Oh yeah, we know that. He's the infamous. He's the infamous.
He's saying that now he got the inside of the inside scoop. You know, he says Tyler Gabriel. He stays right in Dallas. What do you guys think we should bring him in for a couple?
Isn't he a speedster?
He's a speedster.
He's a fast guy.
Yeah, he's the one that got his name playing under Shanahan.
Shanahan.
Wasn't he good with the Falcons?
Yes. Yeah, Kyle Shanahan was the
He disappeared when he went to the Chicagoland, I believe.
He did.
Because he had Trubisky.
He did.
Trubisky sucks.
I could see that. That's a very good. That's a good name to throw out there. It's a good name. Here's one nobody brought up yet.
Right.
What about Des Bryant?
Des.
The chat brought it up. The chat brought it up. But what about Des?
Oh my goodness.
It's not silly no more.
I didn't mean to cut you off.
Wait,
But
bro.
Cut it off. Cut it off.
I got a new $5 holler. Never seen this $5 holler from Mr. Giles. He said, "Who would you like for us to get back in that first pick in the draft?" My ultimate player would be Kinlaw. You know what I'm saying?
Kinlaw, yes.
He would be my ultimate player.
Mhm.
So I'm going to stay with that. But you know, I definitely feel like that Henderson kid, he's kind of, I like Gladney better than him because he's more physical, but I like the size better with Henderson.
Yeah. And Henderson, he's going to stick on you more. Gladney is going to pop you and you're going to feel it. And on top of that, with Kinlaw, he makes everybody better. He makes the linebackers better. He makes the safety play better. And on top of that, we got a void there because we got Malik Collins. He's gone, right, to the Raiders? Are you putting all of your Trust Nation on there, I say? What's that guy we picked up in the second round last year? Tristan Hill, who drunk a gallon of milk and had all of those donuts and thought that he's going to run out there in Oxnard and move some furniture around, and he folded up like a wallet. And I said that day, I said, "Ooh, we got some problems with Tristan Hill."
And that motor wasn't looking good either.
TP says he thinks Jerry Jones has a plan because he's already said he's going to make a splash. Are we talking about? Are we talking about a splash? A splash in the draft or a splash in free agency? Because those splashes are starting to dwindle a little bit. Just a little bit. There's still a lot of names out there, speaking of which. Some of those are up there, y'all. Snacks.
I think it would be more of me personally, maybe in free agency, maybe because, I mean, they restructured Ezekiel, but they didn't get no money out of it. When they restructured Collins, I believe they got $5 million back. They also saved $4 million by not redoing Fleming too. So they got some cash, but I guess they used that for probably Sean Lee because he just signed for 4.5. So you can do that as the trade-off for the money spent. You get what I'm saying? Right. So I don't know. I don't know if it's going to be in that draft or free agency, but there's going to be something that he's going to have to do because you guys just mentioned these are how our lineup looked and who do we have coming back on the defensive side. It's only DeMarcus Lawrence, Tristan Hill, Joe Jackson, Dorrance Armstrong Jr., Daniel Wise, Justin Hamilton. Really? We don't
have anybody. We got to go get somebody.
They don't got nobody.
We got to go get somebody, man. And we can't just lean on the hope and prayer. We got to get somebody they got something like a known commodity. I heard there's rumor. Can we talk about this? Jadavion, can y'all fill out the rest of his name?
That was shut down, but
that was shut down by Dallas. They said he got to come down because he's wanting $19-20 million. If they ain't paying that to Rob Quinn,
he want what?
Yeah, he want big money.
What?
He want big money.
Shoot, he never had double sacks.
Shout out to Natasha. We got another donation. Thank you, Natasha. It says we gave up a 6th round for Quinn. I think we get a 3rd round for Quinn. Yep, we'll get one back.
Yeah, they get a 3rd.
And
I got the comp numbers right here.
We're cleaning house all over again. Part 2, players edition. You got the comps, you said?
I mean, right now, we keep 4 of them, right? We're probably going to lose because once you get a player, one of the comps go away, right?
Yeah.
But right now.
No, only if they're in a free agent and they haven't been cut. Released. Right. And there's been a ton of good players that have been released, cut, cap casualties, or their options not picked up. They won't count towards your comp picks. But go ahead.
Okay, right now, it's looking like Byron Jones is a high 3rd. Randall Cobb is a 5th. Robert Quinn was a 3rd.
Oh, wow.
Jason Witten 6th. Malik Collins 5th. And Jeff Heath 6th.
Wow. Dallas could be loaded with picks next year.
But that's why. But see, here's the thing: if you have those picks available, then that's why you move some of these picks that you got now.
Yes,
use the picks that you got now. If you got all these comp picks for next year, let's say you keep a lot of these and these high comp picks, then these picks that you have now, use them and go get some players.
True.
Trade and go use a draft pick to go get one of these players. You get what I'm saying? That's the splash that can happen.
I think we was talking about this earlier, Big Game James. Last year, I think we was doing a show together, and we said that the Cowboys love to collect all of these picks and just hold on to them and cherish them and say, "Hey,
we got picks. We got picks. We got 22 picks next year. It ain't helping us this year though."
Oh, right.
And you got a whole new staff that you just brought in. Now, I get it. I know they're going to be bringing somebody in, but you just brought this whole new staff in, and you just lost your top corner, your top slot receiver, your top DN of last year.
So,
right.
Jason Witten, boo. I'm sorry, Jason.
So here's the thing.
Bye.
They
Malik
don't-
Collins was still a threat.
They don't
Malik
need-
Collins was
a
a top pressure interior defensive lineman for those.
And Jeff Heath had 2 career years.
But here's the thing, y'all. They don't need to trade the picks. There are a plethora of free agents, a plethora of them that they can go out here and pay some.
But what if you want to trade up though in the draft? You can use those picks in that.
Trade
Why not?
For who?
I think they did make compensatory picks tradable last year, right?
Yes, they
Somebody
are.
help me out. So that rule still apply for next year. So that could be a good situation for the nation.
Let me tell y'all, I've been wanting to trade this pick for this player. Okay, Jamal Adams. I've been saying this since how long, Big Game? Since it came out.
I've been with you, dog.
I've been with you.
I'm sorry. At 17 in this draft, it's not like you're going to get a player that's going to change your team in 2020, right? So if you tell me I'll sacrifice my 17th overall pick and I can go get a game-changing type of safety like Jamal Adams, I'm doing it. Now, I don't know who else you can get with that first-round pick. You guys can maybe throw some names out.
I'm with you. I'm with you on the Jamal Adams.
You talk about trading
the
pick. That's the one I would trade it for.
I've been on that Jamal Adams.
Cowboy Morty says we can't afford Jamal. That's not true.
That ain't true.
If you mean we can't afford him with draft capital, that may be true because maybe they want everything. They want the farm, but we can afford him money wise. You can always afford a player. It's a matter of if you
they can always make it work. So that's just people just always jumping out there. You can always do that and make it happen. And I'm with you, Ill Will, with Jamal Adams. I've been on that train like you. I just been quiet about it. But one thing I haven't seen the Jets do. They ain't extended him yet.
True.
The Jets haven't extended him yet.
That's what I'm saying,
so
man.
as long as they ain't extended him, he's still in the play.
True that.
So back to the free agency though. I saw somebody earlier because we're getting a lot of safeties on the market. Said, "Are we worried or not? Are we worried? But how do we feel about Jeff Heath leaving?" I mean, I'm cool.
I'm not tripping off that now. I'm not gonna hate on Jeff Heath because he's been good for Dallas as far as,
I said I'm good.
I'm good too. But what I'm saying is for what he was, where he was picked, he wasn't even drafted, was he? He was undrafted, wasn't he?
Correct. Undrafted.
So Saginaw Valley.
So for him being drafted, I'm gonna give him props for being undrafted, but I never wanted him to be the starter. But I was cool with him being a good backup. But hey, at the end of the day, there's still guys out there at the safety position.
Well,
Von Bell, he's a guy.
Guess who got signed? One of Stevie Mack's favorite, Trey Boston. Trey Boston's off the market.
Where is he going to now?
Trey Boston went to back to the Panthers.
Went back to the Panthers.
Good for him because remember he wasn't getting signed till like August.
Right. Remember how long he sat on there? I was like, what the hell? Why ain't nobody touching him?
Like 3 straight years, man. And here's another one, Cowboys Nation in law and Big Game in law. You can touch on this, man. Remember Anthony Harris from the Vikings?
Yeah. True.
So he was tagged, but the Vikings put out a memo to the league that, hey, we were willing to trade him for a mid-round pick.
Yeah, I looked at
mid-round.
Yes, but listen, I was looking at Cleveland because Cleveland was talking about being in a trade for Harris. And this is what Minnesota said. They said a third, but most likely they want a second. And then that's when they were saying Cleveland was backing off because they didn't want to spend no second on him. So that's what the Minnesota Vikings, I hear, are angling. A third, but they really want a second for Harris.
Okay.
Yeah, there's nobody in this draft in the second round or third round will be better than him. So I would look at it from those angles and say, okay, with the first pick, we get our Kinlaw. And he's not long in the tooth. So with the first pick, I get Kinlaw. He makes everybody better. But to have that reinsurance and that insurance with that, I would go pick up. I'll give up my second or my third round draft pick for him.
He's been productive. He's been very productive in the NFL.
Randall says,
look. Go ahead.
Well, Randall says he's not in on Harris because he's a free safety. We need a thumper. Man, if you don't move Xavier over there.
Boy, if you don't rearrange that furniture.
So you got to move Xavier to strong safety?
Xavier can bring the wood, brother.
I'll put Donovan Wilson.
Okay, I'm gonna disagree a little bit. You say he brings the wood. He will lay the wood on you, but sometimes he try to lay the wood on you a lot of times and don't wrap up. And that's one of his biggest problems because that was his problem in college. That was his knock. That was one of the things they were knocking on him is that he was always going for the big hit and he wasn't wrapping up. And I don't know if you saw that this year, and I know you did, Will. He was going for them booms and missing.
Man, listen, it's 2020. You can move
I don't
these
care what
safeties
it
around.
is. I don't care if it's
Point blank,
2025.
period.
You better wrap
You
up.
can play them at any of these. There's no true strong, no true free. These dudes is playing everywhere on the field.
He's more of a freak.
Multiple chairs. On
be
top
more
of that,
free.
Cowboy Nation, if we had somebody to have the amount of interception that brother had, they'll make a statue and put him beside Sky Mirror. They'll put him beside Sky Mirror.
Who's
See
that?
how many interceptions that brother had? Anthony Harris.
Oh yeah, man, 9 interceptions.
And
last
plus,
year.
and plus, George Edwards, who was with Minnesota last year,
There you
that's
go.
familiarity. So that would
There you
make
go,
sense too.
familiarity.
You have somebody who's already familiar with that because you already seen McCarthy get a lot of Green Bay staff, so they may stay with that. Like I said, if you're looking at defensive tackle, I just jumping in there. Mike Daniels might be in the play just because of the McCarthy thing, and he may be affordable. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, Xavier Woods missed 8 tackles this year, which is not astronomical, but it's not the greatest either. It's about middle of the road. Yeah, he had a missed tackle percentage. It was about the same as last year. So yeah, he has to make up for that. Absolutely.
And he's going to have to
And
play better
don't-
anyway because this is contract year too.
This is a
Yeah,
contract
a lot
year.
of
Don't sleep on this new coaching staff, and don't think that this new coaching staff will have Cheeto playing at his position where he played at. They may move him inside. We just don't know. They might blitz him more off the edge. There's so many things that this new coaching staff will do. So let's just see how that play out, though. I think Donovan Wilson may get some more playing time too.
He's going to have to.
And what are we categorizing Donovan Wilson
have to,
as?
I mean, he was more of a strong.
Do we know
to me.
yet?
He played free safety. He played free.
he
in
played
the
Free
preseason
in
game,
college.
but
We got his coach
in
now.
college he played strong.
Yeah, in
he
college he played
in
strong,
college.
and he still had 6 interceptions, I believe, 1 year at Texas A&M. But you know what I'm saying, we got his coach too, so that's a good thing. So that may bring out the best in him as well. But the Cowboys are going to have to address this. You know, I understand how they want to sit on there, you know, and wait and see that wave. But eventually these other guys are going to be gone, and I'm just worried when we talk about players, even with the safety or the cornerback position. Those guys aren't going to be there forever. You get what I'm saying? Those guys, teams are going to be like, hey, and I think the thing that frustrated me the most, I think, you know, when we're talking about those, because we've been talking about the defensive tackle, and I keep going to it because that's the position I want them addressed. I know corner, I get it, and I know safety, but you win up front. Okay, that's why the Cowboys invested all that money in the offensive line, because you win up front. It starts up front. It don't matter. It starts up front. Okay, and we don't have anybody up front. I just mentioned that damn roster we had at the defensive line position. That's nothing. And when I see a Jordan Phillips, who I've been touting, you've been touting him.
Oh, don't tell the nation. Don't tell the nation what he went for. Don't tell him.
It's going to piss me off.
Don't tell him.
3 years, $30 million. He's making $10 million a year, and none of it is guaranteed.
I still don't understand that one.
Yeah,
none of the money that he 3 year, $30 million, $10 million, and none of it's guaranteed, so they can cut him whenever. And there's Jordan Phillips, who had 10 sacks last year. Why did you look at that, Dallas? That is robbery. Vernon Butler, who I liked from Carolina, who's only 26 years old, got a 2-year deal, $16 million, $8 million per.
Well,
that's not bad.
Good thing is there are still a lot of defensive tackles left.
We gotta holler at Joseph or Snacks, dog.
Joseph, Snacks, Daniels. There's still some quality guys out there, and we can honestly get 2 of them. We can get a 2-for-1.
We really could.
Absolutely.
I mean,
they have
now
to.
let me ask y'all this. Now, I told y'all about my feelings with Tyrone Crawford. I'm sorry, Tyrone.
Right.
I don't hate on you, but why don't you cut him and get one of these guys? You're saving $8 million. You're saving $8 million.
We still have that philosophy, whereas we like to hold on to our players. We like to coddle our
like,
players.
Why isn't he taking a pay cut now?
Watch, it's just crazy.
That's the thing that frustrates me. Why is he not taking the pay cut now and y'all making these moves? Why aren't y'all waiting? My thing is, I get it. Y'all don't want to jump in the first day, but free agency ain't going to last forever. Why are you waiting forever to tell Tyrone Crawford to take the pay cut? I don't want to hear you guys are talking about it. Just do it like Nike.
This is what Dallas does.
Just do it.
Here it is. This is what you're going to need to take, because we're looking at this guy too. And if you're that team player, like you say you are, take this damn pay cut and let's go out there and jump and get a Snacks Harrison or get a Linville. I like them 2 guys because they're still productive. They're both 31 years old, but them is the big boys and they're agile. You
go.
broke down a video on Snacks Harrison Ill Will. You feel me? And that boy is every bit of still good. And he even said it himself. I made a post where he said, y'all better check that tape. I was getting double team front side, back side, and wasn't nobody running on me when I was in the lineup.
Listen, nation. We need to make those moves.
I said I did an example on my last show. I was like, let's just play around real quick with free agency. Right. I said, what's up with Snack Harrison and Mike Daniels? Say you bring them in, because I try to be realistic, right? Of course, I wanted Jordan Phillips, but I knew we weren't going to go after a Jordan Phillips. So I said Snacks Harrison, right? Mike Daniels. Those are your interior rushers, run stoppers, what have you. And then I thought we'd be able to get Quinn back, but now that's gone. Yeah. Are we thinking about relying on Randy Gregory now? Since the
that's the problem. That's the problem right there.
Is that what we're doing?
Ever since the weed thing came through, now you're hearing, Randy Gregory, and then, Patrick Walker, my homie, said he had a good conversation with Randy, and Randy said he's good and ready, and that's great. And I love Randy's ability. But daggone it, you're 27, 28 years old, bruh. Are we going to sit there and put all? I don't give a hell. I know that damn bid, and I love you, Randy. Why are we really putting our eggs all into that?
But
that's
my
not
thing
feasible to me.
They need to figure out a way to see if that brother can play. And on top of that, we just don't know. Yes. So they need to bring in some insurance. I know Jalen Jackson won't be the insurance. We need to figure out something, though. And on top of that, the only best way we can do that to help out those guys with that band, like the Randy Gregory's and the Marcus Lawrence, who's technical with his hands, is to get somebody inside.
Yeah.
Now, I see some people in the comment box talking about, David Irvin, but that ship
he gone. He dead. Now, do you want me to do the Minister Society movie to you again? We can't leave him. Hey, he dead. You stay here if you want to, but he dead. We gone.
Give me cash.
Thank you for the donation,
Give me cash. Natasha said we need a big free agents on the D-line and compete. Or Joshua says we need to get big free agents on the D-line and compete. And Give Me Cash says there's Sue, Snacks, Gerald McCoy, Danny Shelton, Linval Joseph, all these guys.
Ndamukong Suh.
I mean,
I'm cool on
anybody that we got now. I'll take him over everybody on our defensive line except
you're right, but I'm good on him. He ain't my first option.
Oh no. There's so many options though. That's the thing. Here's why I'm not getting crazy, and I always have to reel myself in regards to the Cowboys in the beginning of free agency, because we know this is what they do. This is just what they do. It is frustrating.
It ain't never gonna change.
Under Stephen Jones, this is how we operate. It's fun to project what we might be able to do. The players that are out there,
a damn thing.
But that's why if you go look at my free agency primer, you will never see the big giant names in there, because I called it the value free agents, the guys that we will realistically go after, because we know we're only going to throw second and third tier money at players, not those high price guys. And there's a bunch of them.
I agree.
Everson Griffin, somebody just put in the comments, is another one. I am like confident, low key, that we will replenish the defensive line for two reasons. One, because we have to, y'all. We literally don't have anyone on the defensive line. And two, because we had defensive coaches. What's the defensive line coach name? Tom Sula. And Nolan both expressed that they want more size up front. They both expressed that. So it's a new system. So I'm pretty confident that we are going to go out and get defensive tackles. Defensive ends, I'm a little skeptical about, because I really don't know what they're looking for out there. But how do you feel, Law, about our ability right now? I know we don't know much because it's new defensive coordinators, but with the market of defensive tackles, defensive linemen, how do you feel about us actually addressing that? Or are you worried that we'll fall into that Rob Marinelli give us the bargain bin guys, the trash can guys?
I have big reservations on that. And you can get a suit from Walmart. It may look good, but it won't last long. It's not Giorgio Armani, you see. And that's the reality of it. By us going out there, you know how you get your threads from Walmart, you get your shoes. If you get your shoes from Walmart, they ain't gonna last long. They may can do their job, but they not gonna last long. So you got to put your money where your mouth at and spend the resources and get these guys that can make plays on the ball and help out this team. Because I look at the landscape of this team, Sky and Big Game James, everything else remained the same. I look at this thing like this, Cowboy Nation. We got a brand new philosophy as it relates to defense. And they got a majority of the situation, everybody's new. Why not give these guys some firepower? Because without it, all we're going to be sitting there saying is, well, maybe let's wait till next year when we get this and we can get this compensatory pick and get that compensatory pick.
It feels like he's doing
we don't need to do it that way. We need to go ahead and put something in the tank right now.
Absolutely.
And don't blame it. I hear people all the time. I got to say this because I know it's off topic a little bit, but I got to say this. Stop blaming it and saying that Dak Prescott taking all of the money. No, it's not that. It's not by Dak Prescott taking all of the money.
No, it ain't.
It's not. It's about Jerry Wayne Jones holding on to the wallet. It could be Steven
Jones. Don't even say Jerry. It's Steven.
Okay.
That's Steven. That's Steven.
So Jerry Wayne get a pass on this one. So Steven, him and his Johnny Walker Blue with his hair comb to the back. Look, you need to brush the hair to the forward this time and look forward and get somebody. Stop playing around with the church's money. Let's go ahead and spend something and make the donations and get the donations to help.
Donate to these damn players. Donation.
Yes.
Jerry,
get somebody that can hit somebody. Let's
I want
go.
me some glory hole.
you want some damn glory hole, Jerry?
Feel me?
Yes.
I mean, but like I said, it's the same thing. This, like Skywalker says, we talk about it. And I agree with Skywalker. I don't try to go out there. The guys that I put out there as far as free agents I like was Tyler Eifert at tight end. He ain't gonna cost a lot. Vernon Butler, as you see, he got signed. That was a reasonable contract. Vic Beasley, he got a big deal, $12 million, but it was really about $9 million with a lot of incentives.
I didn't know he went. Where did he go?
Yeah, Vic Beasley went to Tennessee on a 1-year deal.
That's gonna be nasty for them. That's
$12 million, but $9 million was mostly guaranteed, but a lot of it was incentives, so he can make up to $12 million on that deal. You get what I'm saying? I wanted Vic Beasley, but those were guys that were affordable to the Cowboys because, like you said, Will, I know they're not going to sign them big guys. They said they ain't signing them big names no more. Stephen Jones said that a long time ago. When he said it, I believed it, and I ain't even thought about a big name no more. So I look at bargain players now. I look at players that are young, effective, that ain't going to cost a lot. I don't look at no high price free agent because Dallas ain't doing that no more, period.
Here's the thing about this year and why that may not be a horrible process this year, because the free agency class is pretty damn deep with those second tier and third tier guys. What I mean by deep is that you can sign a second or third tier guy that can be productive for you right away. So there's no excuse. Remember I said that in a text message or on a tweet or whatever. I said there is no excuse this year. Zero. We have the money, and the free agency class is deep enough to get productive players like a Snacks Harrison that shouldn't cost you an arm and a leg, a Mike Daniels, a Trey Boston, or whom would have you, right? Guys are not going to run your pockets, okay? And then with the cap going up in the next year or two to, dare I say, as my man would say, $240 million.
Dare I say?
There's no excuse not to go out here and try to win it. Yeah. To me, as a fan, Steven, it comes off to me like you trying to save a couple dollars. And I have one question: for what?
What are you saving it for?
What are you saving it for?
Hey, for a prime example. Look, we like Blake Jarwin, do we?
Yes.
Yeah. Sorry for yelling.
Come on, you didn't have to give the brother $8 million. You didn't have to give the brother $8 million. You could have gave him. I believe he would have signed it for $4 million. You see,
he would have, because you see how grateful he was when he signed that damn contract. That boy did 22 backflips on that contract. Blake Jarwin did 70 because remember, he went undrafted. Okay, so he's forever grateful, and even he didn't say nothing when he was playing behind Witten. So you know what? You got a good old boy right there. So you could have finessed him a little bit, and not had to pay him that money, just like you said, Law. You could have finessed Blake Jarwin because he loves some Dallas. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. You feel me? So you could have did that, but just like what you're saying, Will, and even you, Law. What the hell's the hold up? We get it. Okay, we get it. You ain't trying to spend money, but there are guys out here on the market right now that you can bring in and say, I'm the Dallas Cowboys. And they're going to be like, hey, I kind of want to come here because it is Dallas. And you can make it happen.
I mean, the team is there. Toby on Facebook wants to know, what do we think about Leonard Floyd? I'd be interested.
I'll be interested in that because I think the Giants were the only team that's even looking at him. I think the Giants are the only team even looking at him right now.
My concern, I don't know if Law or Big Game y'all like looked into him film wise. I tried to go and dive into him, but as I was prepping for the show earlier, but the only thing that I might be a little worried about is he's a little bit undersized.
He is. I was just Will, I love you, dog. You was all in my you was walking in my brain like, hey, what up, Big Game? I'm in your brain. I'm in your brain.
I like
He's got them skinny legs and he got a small waist.
Yeah, he's little, man. And he's not
physical.
He's not Randy. That's the thing.
And he's not physical.
You know, I don't know. I like the potential. You know, if remember what Mike McCarthy said. Hey, if the guy could play football, get him in here. We'll figure it out.
Right.
You know, if the tape says he can ball, Law, then let's figure it out. What do you think about Leonard Floyd?
I think that he can bring you a little bit more production than what we got out there already outside of the Randy Gregory. So it won't be that bad to bring him in for a cup of coffee. What is he asking for though? You know. Do you know?
We don't know, but once you get cut or you get gone, your salary, what you had, is gonna get splashed in half.
He's a cut first round pick. So
you know what I'm saying? So you ain't getting that money, dog. And you only got one team, the Giants, that jumped out there even talking to you. So you should be definitely, but just like you ain't no Randy Gregory. I think somebody jumped in there and let me see it. And I'm not disrespecting you that you said it.
Randy.
Somebody called him, reminds me of Randy Gregory. He sure in the hell don't remind me of no Randy Gregory.
Sorry. Hey, Chris,
but he's small, though. He's small.
But film-wise, what we're trying to say here, and I'm going to speak for y'all, but I think we're on the same page here. Randy Gregory has
a whole different animal.
Elite
body contortion,
rush
dexterity.
That damn bend.
Yeah.
That's all you got to say about Randy Gregory.
Hashtag
damn bend.
That bend is nasty, y'all. He has elite pass rushing traits. The little bit that I've seen, I'm not an expert on Floyd. I've watched him over the years, just regular football, and then I watched a couple games just to see. And I'm like, I don't see the repertoire in pass rush. Definitely not the bend, that's for sure. He's got a nice motor,
had the bend.
Oh, Robert Quinn has elite bend.
You feel me? That bend is everything when you playing DN. When you showed it, Law, even on your tape.
We're talking about Leonard Floyd, Jamie. Go ahead.
And when Robert Quinn would come up underneath you, you said it was like him cutting a blade with the grass with his arm. He would get so lost. That's why they were calling him the snake, because he could just move and contort his body that you haven't seen before. And that's what makes great defensive ends, is that damn bend.
Mm-hmm. Yep, and you try to get your hands on the inside, they can sweep off and squirt and get inside. So that's what Randy Gregory bring to the table. But Floyd, I'm gonna have to look at more of his film tape to give you guys a proper analysis.
What y'all think about Dante Fowler Jr.? I always liked him. He's still available.
Too much. I think he's gonna be.
Think he's gonna be too much?
Yeah, I think he's looking to get that mugga, as we call it.
You think? Everson Griffin, you think he'd be available?
That's who I'm looking for.
Everson Griffin, 32 years old. We could get him for a 2-year deal.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Big game. You see what I mean? Why there is enough out there where you're not sacrificing your future, that you can get production now. There is enough. You can legitimately sign Snacks, Everson Griffin, and get you
a corner.
So I did want to mention this NC. I can't remember the rest of your screen name there, but I want to shut this down real quick, but it's funny because I think we'll get him. The name Xavier Rhodes is coming out here, and guys, I'm here to tell you, he is not Xavier Rhodes.
He's not that dude anymore.
Unless he miraculously changes, Xavier Rhodes physically is not the same guy anymore. He's just not a good
His body's broke
player.
down. His body is broken down.
But we do know that a change of scenery, putting that silver and blue on. How old is Xavier?
He's not that
Don't
old.
sleep on him now, Cowboy.
He's 30 years old.
Yeah, Lord. No, Lord. I need you to explain.
Don't sleep on him.
I need you to explain to me.
Desmond Trufant.
I know that's your guy.
Desmond Trufant. That's the one I want. That's who I want. Desmond Trufant.
There's guys out there. And I'm going to bring this back, and if you've been listening to me, you're going to be like, man, you say this all the time, because I think it's important to talk about this. Under Mike McCarthy, guys, he has done a pretty damn solid job of putting together a defensive backfield that gets interceptions.
Yeah, that's true.
Right.
Okay. 7 out of the 9 years from 2010 to 2019, the Packers ranked in the top 10 in interception percentage, opponent interception percentage. Okay, and now a lot of that had to do with drafting guys, but also bringing in guys in free agency. Hell, we saw him go out and get Charles Woodson, right, and turn Charles Woodson into a second Hall of Fame career.
Right.
In
like repentance. Yeah,
and Woodson didn't want to be there.
In Green
yeah,
Bay.
he didn't. And he wanted to come to Dallas, I heard, or he wanted to go somewhere else, but he had that DUI, and the only people that would looked at him was Green Bay.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a story of a different day. Yeah, go ahead.
Stevie Mack just said breaking news.
What's breaking?
Stevie, I love Stevie Mack.
Oh, I love this.
What's breaking news?
Gerald
Stevie Mack?
McCoy, let's go!
Gerald McCoy.
Let's go!
Gerald McCoy.
Let's
Hold
go!
on, I trust you, but we got to verify it. Somebody else got to look into it.
Let's
You
go!
gotta get
3 years. I
three or
trust
more
Stevie.
resources.
I trust Stevie.
I trust Stevie.
Stevie don't play
I
around.
trust you.
Stevie don't play around.
Partying, bro.
Okay, so now we got something to talk about.
Yeah.
Breaking news. Breaking
Thank
news.
you,
Dallas
Stevie Mack.
Cowboys
You the
fans.
man.
Yes.
You the man, dog.
Thank you.
Stevie
Breaking
Mack is the
news.
man.
Breaking news.
That's why you got a wrench, dog.
Shout out to Stevie.
That's why your ass got a wrench.
Gerald
Top
McCoy.
rope.
Cowboys
That's
Nation.
why you got a wrench, Stevie.
Late night hype.
Let me know in the comments, Cowboys Nation. Are you
What y'all think
excited
about
like
McCoy?
me?
What was the deal? Who
What do
got
I
the
think
numbers,
about- I
man?
love this. If you can't tell.
To give us the numbers.
Numbers. Thank you for tuning in to the Low Nation Film Session.
I don't
As
see
we
the
take a
numbers yet.
deeper
I'll
look
go
at
look.
Gerald
I got you.
McCoy.
I got you.
Yes. Hey, I'm not worried about his bed. I love his
time out.
motor inside.
Time out. Shout out to Tyrone, though, because I didn't get a chance to get to it. But Tyrone, a long time ago in this chat, said
He did say it.
Cowboys are interested in Gerald McCoy or talking
Shout
to
out
Gerald
to
McCoy.
Tyrone. Tyrone Church?
Shout out to him.
Yes,
Top
Tyrone
rope.
Church.
Shout out to
Off the top
Tyrone.
Wrong.
Oh, see, now see, y'all
Call
tripping.
him.
And 3-year deal's not bad, so let's tell us what he signed for it out.
Yeah, I ain't seen the numbers yet.
Yeah.
As
Yeah,
we're
ladies,
talking,
I'm
see?
go to Spoke Track.
And one thing I will say this. One thing I really love about Gerald McCoy, he's 32 years old,
real
so he ain't
McCoy.
crazy old. He ain't crazy old. You feel me? We were just talking about Everson Griffin, and he was 32. So that's a pretty good age. He still got some tread on the tires. But the thing I love about Gerald McCoy, he's passionate. He's a leader. And he's been that since day one from the Buccaneers, from everywhere. He's been a leader. And that's what you need in that locker room. That's what we've been valuing. That's what we've been talking about. Having leadership in that locker room. This is a good locker room guy, not just a good player, but this is a good locker room presence. And I really like this signing. So, hey, we were just talking about it. We spoke it in the air, didn't we?
It's
the late night hype, then. Just say the late night hype did it. The late night hype did it. Just tell everybody late night hype did it.
We did it.
Coming into the season last year, Gerald McCoy finished in the top 30 in both run defense and total QB pressures, according to PFF. So I think he still got some juice left in him. Will he see the whole 3 years? I don't know that he'll see the whole 3 years, but
probably maybe 2.
They'll definitely make some outs on that. How you feeling about Gerald McCoy, though? I can't wait to dive into the tape from last year more. Him. But he's somebody I was very interested in.
Yeah, I was
15. I got the stats. I just shared it with the nation. Y'all can check your inboxes. It's there from Spoke Track. He had 5 sacks last year. 711 snaps. 5 sacks last year from the interior. 15
from the interior,
22 assists. Hey, from the interior every year, he averaged around 6 sacks or what have you. In 18, he had 6 sacks. In 17, he had 6 sacks. So he's productive, and he never fell off from looking at his stat line from here.
He's not all pro, but he is still a very good DT.
So it's always been that type of production.
But listen, and you know what else was good about this?
16 games last
Remember
year.
what?
Talk to me.
The Buccaneers, because when your boy came over, what's his name? Bruce Arians. When he came over to Tampa Bay last year, remember the reason why he was gone, because them two had beef. He was basically saying, McCoy, you ain't that dude no more. You get what I'm saying? That's what he basically told McCoy, and that's why he's wasn't with Tampa Bay.
And he started every game last year.
And he took that personal. He took that personal when he said Arians said he was done. He took it personal. So you still got 6 sacks from the 5 sacks from the interior. That's great. And he's a good run defender.
Hey guys.
That's what's huge, because Malik Collins was not that.
and Nation.
Oh my goodness.
A Nation. So y'all, some people are up and down on Gerald. I think this is a really good signing.
It's a good
However,
signing.
this could be a
You still
great
get
signing
snacks.
if you pair him
You get
with the
snacks.
Snacks Harrison. If you pair him with a Michael
yes.
Pierce.
Carlitos
If you pair
Molina
him
says that too.
Yeah.
with a what's my man's
Linval
name from-
Joseph.
Linval Joseph. Or my man from the Patriots, Danny Shelton.
Danny Shelton.
There are still
Well,
big-
let me ask you this: when you talk about
Yeah.
comparison and analysis, both of you guys, do this change your draft situation?
No,
If
no, no.
17,
Nope.
If you still
Not-
have
not
Kinlaw
with
right
McCoy.
there. Yeah.
Not with McCoy.
And remember, guys, we talked about this over the last few shows with
Yeah.
this free agency, because how we shop with second and third tier guys. This allows you to go into the draft and still be able to take who you want,
Right.
because you're not paying premium money to a
Yeah.
Justin Simmons or Anthony Harris. So then you can go into the draft and say, okay, we got a Gerald McCoy or a Trey
Right.
Boss. I'm just throwing names out here, right? And then you go into the draft and say, all right, we got these guys, but we can still go get Del Pitt or Henderson
Right.
or Kinlaw if he falls. But it's about plugging those holes going into the draft. And this year, more important than the other years, because how deep it is, how deep our pockets
Yes.
is, it's about plugging these holes with productive, real players, not Jags.
And
Well,
when
see-
he says holes, YouTube, he ain't talking about the women on the street, okay?
No, sir.
Right. We ain't talking about them hoes.
All right, but
Well, these are holes, not
Holes.
hoes. Not them O's and area codes.
Yes.
Them
And then-
holes and area codes.
We ain't
And I'm
talking-
gonna tell you
We ain't talking
somebody
about
else
those
this
glory
right now.
holes.
I want
You
me
ain't
some
talking-
glory hole.
And that's what we getting right now. Let me tell you, the first person that need to do backward flips, the first person that everybody been talking about, and I gotta talk about the laws. DeMarcus Lawrence. Everybody was saying that he was triple
Get a
team,
real
double
three
team.
technique.
Don't you know that the law is finna come out now,
man.
and everybody who castrated him, everybody who sullied him, everybody who said that he's horrible, he's trash. Guess what?
Oh,
Gerald
man.
McCoy gonna be able to win his one-on-one.
Hey, Ryan. Hey, Ryan Kirk. Did you
Yes.
just call me Chris Bouchard, bro?
That's a good one. That's all right. People call me Dave Chappelle.
People say I look like James.
James,
Harden.
he say they call Law James Harden. They call me Dave Chappelle. So you Chris Bouchard. So there it is.
The trifecta.
That's the trifecta. But like you
Damn.
said, but here's the thing.
Yes.
If we're
Oh.
talking about additions and subtractions, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You would say, and some people like, I don't know about McCoy, but just look how who
I
left.
do not know.
Oh, hold on.
Go ahead, Big
You
Game.
just had Malik Collins who left, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then you bring in Gerald McCoy. Who would you want, Malik Collins or Gerald McCoy?
That's not even a question, man.
Exactly.
Let me pull up Malik Collins stats.
Malik had like 4 or 5 sacks.
Malik didn't have a bad year, but he's just
He's
not
just
a run defender.
he's solely a pass rusher.
He's
No,
something
he's
but a
suspect.
pass rushing defensive tackle. He's been that since Nebraska. And one
He
of
ain't
the
no
things that I
McCoy.
did not like about Malik Collins this past year, he played rebel ball. If you watch a lot of his tape, he was jumping outside of his assignments trying to get them sacks to get his numbers. He was playing rebel ball.
Guys, I'm really trying to contain my excitement, and this is beyond just Gerald
Oh,
McCoy.
man.
I understand Gerald McCoy is he's not going to change our team completely. But to me, I'm thinking deeper. I'm thinking beyond Gerald, and it's going to take at least one more signing or 2 more signings. But this shows a change in philosophy. That's what I wanted to see. That's why I'm
Right.
excited. Gerald
Right.
McCoy was available for the last 2 years. Guys like Gerald McCoy were available for the last 2 or 3 years, probably the last 10 years under Jason
Well-
Garrett. But what have we done? We've passed
Well,
on them for the
let
Nick
me give y'all
Hayden's
the
of the world.
Right, for the Nick Hayden. Let me give y'all the comparisons analysis. Okay, with more snaps from Malik Collins, he had 20 tackles, 15 solos, and 5 assists. Okay,
Yeah.
he had 4 sacks. It's Malik, right? Malik, 78 snaps or what have you. Now with McCoy with 711 snaps, 5 sacks, 37 tackles, 15 solos, and 22 assistants, meaning that he was running and flying to the ball. When you see 22 double-digit assisted tackles or what
That's
have you,
huge,
that's huge.
especially
I
from
wish-
the defensive tackle
Yeah.
position.
defensive tackle. And guess how many your boy, like you said, suspect against the run. He only
Mhm.
had 5
Exactly.
with more snaps,
Exactly.
5 assistant tackles.
Oh,
Well,
hey,
you
can
know.
I say one
Go
thing
ahead.
right quick before we do anything else?
Go ahead.
The great Vosh Lombardi, he never agrees with me on anything. We always go back and forth. But guess what? I just happened to look on Twitter, and you know when they were talking about getting rid of Cam Fleming, and not bringing him back, and who would be the swing tackle? I said Brandon Knight, the rookie from Indiana.
Yeah.
And he just said he probably will be the swing tackle. He agreed with me. Ha! Thank you, Josh. He finally agreed with me on something. And on the offensive lineman, I suck at offensive linemen. So yes.
Botch love body. Who keeps the
Thank
party?
you,
Check out
Botch.
Botch.
But now, do y'all feel me though on this this Gerald McCoy philosophy type change? Because I'm waiting for two more signings to kind of confirm that. But this just is not a signing that the Cowboys would have done in previous years.
The real McCoy. Yeah, he's long in the tooth. And on top of that, he's a guy that we finna throw some money at. This is not the typical signing. Yes, we do. But I can look at it like, man, new philosophy, new age. I guarantee you, Tom Sula and the other guy, Mike Nolan, they probably had to stand on the table and say, hey,
we got too many guys leaving up out of here. Let's go, Jerry Wayne.
Y'all can't make us look foolish now. We
Come
know
on, Steven. Don't make us look dumb.
Reach into that wallet, Jerry. I'm sorry, Steven.
Yeah, Steven.
So
Put
Cowboys
that Johnny
Nation,
Walker blue back.
Cowboys Nation and my squad here, who would be a guy you would like to pair next to Gerald McCoy to make the defensive line an upgrade? There's some good, there's a lot of them.
Believe it or not,
there's still a lot of good names.
Believe it or not, even if and don't crucify me, Nation. Don't crucify me. But even when you throw in the fact of Tyrone Crawford right next to him inside on rotational downs, I wouldn't be mad at that. I would not be mad at that. That's a fast package that's funneling everybody to the inside. And then on top of that, you will still have your linebackers. I need another dog linebacker out there. I don't know what
saying
snacks.
Snacks and Limbaugh.
Everybody wants snacks.
Nice.
I feel them.
Snacks will be out of the roof nice, But I like the fact that we needed somebody to come in, play the B gap or shoot the A, and we need those linebackers to do so.
Yes. Well, the main thing is when you get a McCoy, but I still think we need that Joseph or Snacks because, like I said, when you heard Ray Lewis saying, I'm good, but I'm better when I got a Saragusa, when I got what was the other big, Sam Adams. When I got those guys in front of it, it keeps me clean and I can do my job even better. And guess what? Jalen Smith is better. LVE and them are better when they ain't got to worry about offensive linemen peeling them in the second level. So that's why you still got to get a guy like a Harrison to pair him because you still got Antoine Woods, but now he's a great backup. Now he's a great backup and he's a good backup rotational player. You get what I'm saying? And when you have who did I just say? I just said his name. Tell me his name. I just said it. I forgot it real quick. Antoine Woods. So if you have Antoine Woods not playing the majority of the snaps, he's playing half the snaps, he's a better player. You get what I'm saying? So now you get that big boy like a Joseph or a Snacks, and then you got that other guy and a McCoy, and then you got your other rotational pieces, Tristan Hill, whatever. Now you're feeling better because your linebackers are clean. You need your linebackers clean.
Yeah. And I forgot all about Tristan Hill.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we'll see. Coach is coach, though. Coach is coach. So we'll see what Tristan Hill can do. But I think that they still, like you said, Skywalker and Big Game James, we still probably need that big plug. Outside of a Justin Hamilton, we probably still need that big plug to come in.
We need a fat boy.
Absolutely.
Is back.
We need a couple of them.
And that can never be whacked. And a one that is agility like Harrison.
Yeah, Rich says 32 is kind of old for DT. Hope it works out, though. Hopefully we didn't overpay for him either. I don't know that,
Dallas ain't overpaying for nobody. So that's the one thing we definitely ain't got to worry about. And it ain't like it's like I said, this is a 1 or 2 year deal. And Robert Quinn, he was like 29, 30, but I think it's going to be okay because just look what he did last year. You didn't see a huge drop-off from him leaving Tampa Bay to going to Carolina. So that's what gives me still hope that he still got some tread on the tires.
Yeah, and then only thing, if I were to have my reservations, if I were to look at those numbers from Gerald McCoy and I saw a dip, and if his numbers were below Malik Collins, then I would say, man, I got some reservations on this. But I don't.
Hey, shout out to Stuart Morrison. I didn't see you earlier in there, man, with the super chat, $4, $4.99.
$4 holla.
Appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you.
Donation. You can still get them popping, y'all. Don't be scared. Don't be scared.
Yeah, a lot of people definitely were talking Snacks and Linval Joseph, and I really feel like that's next up. Look,
Rodriguez says we still need a DN. We do.
Oh, yeah, we do. But this is so funny. We were just talking about beefing up the D-line. And our first real signing was the D-line. I'm telling you Tom Sula and Nolan are having an effect here.
Yeah.
They really are, in my opinion.
Stevie Mac 23 said that same thing, Skywalker, that guess what? They went out, but they were sitting there probably staring at Steven like, okay, we understand you wanted those guys to go. You got your picks, but this is our defense now. You better get us some guys in here. Okay.
And let me hear that drop again. Glory.
I want me some glory hole.
You already know. That's what we want, man.
Get your damn act together,
baby. And we in overtime because the nation never sleeps, baby.
No, it don't. I ain't got to go to work till 12, so we good.
And that's and X is right. He said most people agree that what Big Game James is saying that is we want our linebackers LVE and Jalen Smith to be clean. Absolutely.
Right.
You have to keep them clean. That's just linebacker 101.
And especially if you're playing the one tech, that's your job.
Oh, see, NC's getting me excited. Gregory, McCoy, Snacks, and Tank. Lord. If you give me that lineup, I will definitely take that.
Jeez.
I would definitely take that.
Who said that? NC's biggest cowboy?
Biggest cowboy.
Gregory,
fan, yes.
McCoy, Snacks, and Tank. Yeah, that's that. Nice. Just think about it. Wow, yeah, that's good.
I know.
Come on, Randy. Come on, Randy.
And then on top of that, with this particular defense, hey, I want people to understand, what was that kid that played for the Saints? He was flying everywhere. He wore number 54 too last year.
Oh, Davis. Mario Davis.
Demario
Davis.
Yeah.
All right, so I want people to close their eyes and imagine. You saw how they line him up in the middle. They put him on the edge at times. That's what they're gonna do with Jalen.
Oh,
Jalen is not gonna just be.
Oh, Mike Nolan's gonna have
in the middle.
He's gonna have fun with him.
Jalen's going. You thought Jalen blitzed last year? Wait till you see how much Jalen blitzes this year.
Who you gonna double team, baby? Who y'all gonna double team? I'm waiting.
We still projecting.
We need LVE to come back.
We still got a lot of work to do, y'all. Gerald McCoy's a great start for the front. Everson Griffin.
They get a Snacks
or Everson.
If we get a Snacks and a Harrison,
hey, yo,
I'm gonna smack fools. I'm gonna take my glove off and smack people in the face.
Off GP, general principle. You're not gonna just leave Gerald McCoy one-on-one. You're gonna have to have somebody floating to his side, shaded to his side to double team him. And what that does is open up, dare I say, for a D.
He's gonna have his one-on-ones all day.
Yeah,
dog.
Man. But if you put Snacks in there, oh man.
Oh, if you put snacks in that, oh my. Cowboys, we already been speaking it, right? All three of us been speaking it, right?
Keep speaking it into existence.
Speaking it in the air.
He's speaking Jamal Adams next. That's what somebody said. Jamal Adams,
man. Dog. We get Jamal Adams, bruh.
Don't do that to me.
Yo got fire.
If we get mother Jamal Adams, I'm gonna be on this joint like this.
You mother.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Get Snacks, man. He says he still got a crib in Dallas.
Listen, I'm chilling because I'm just getting these. We got another breaking news.
Cowboys Marty said breaking news. Don't play with our
Marty,
emotions.
don't do that.
Cowboys Marty, don't play with our emotions. Okay.
Don't play with mine.
Don't do that.
Don't play with our emotions.
We already got one breaking news.
We're gonna put the mod's gonna put you in timeout.
Yeah, don't. We're gonna put you in timeout. Don't play them games with us now.
I might have to start going live every day. Yesterday I went live, right? And breaking news.
He said we ain't getting no damn Jamal Adams. I remember you said that.
Oh, that's what he said. Breaking news.
That was good. That was a good one. That was a good setup. But you don't know that. You don't know that because guess what? If the Jets weren't like Patrick Walker said, wasn't sniffing that huff, we could have had him last year.
I like this one from Advanced Scout. Mike Pennell. A lot of people weren't talking about Mike Pennell.
Yes,
but
yeah. Is he the bowling ball?
He's a one tech.
He's a
big boy.
He's a big boy.
6'4", 330 type boy.
Okay, yeah. Okay.
He's not a young one, but he's not old either. But he's a bowling ball. Now you're saying instead of Snacks, is that because you think he is better than Snacks, or because he's younger? Because he's definitely younger. He's only 28 years old. But man, Snacks Harrison, I did the
Max
breakdown.
Harrison is still a dog.
He's still an elite run defender.
He's still a dog.
He ranked in the top. He had a 90+ run grade 5 out of the last 6 years, I believe.
You know what's even crazier though, y'all? We
Talk
could have
to
had
me.
him last year.
Oh yeah.
Man, maniac. Hey, y'all.
Do you remember how long he sat out in free agency and nobody was picking him up?
Fellas, I'm gonna let
And then
y'all
Detroit-
For a long
real quick.
time.
I'm gonna let y'all hold this down real quick. I gotta go look into the universe real quick. Somebody just said Clowney arrived in Dallas. So let me just go make sure there ain't
Yeah.
Oh
Nah,
boy,
craziness going
don't.
no. Just give me a second. Hold it down. Y'all got it. Go ahead. I just want to
Okay,
double check.
okay.
something real quick.
Well, Clowney. Let me just pull up Clowney.
Let's talk about Clowney.
because
But he's often injured,
yeah,
and he's had only one double-digit sack season
in his whole entire career.
in
Yeah,
his whole career, right?
and then he had help all his career. Somebody
So,
on the opposite side.
he
of the
is
line.
nasty.
Yeah.
Because we saw what he was
100%.
doing to us when we played him.
Yeah. He was the man.
He was killing Tyrone. Tyron
You
Smith.
better-
He was putting that speed on that ass.
Yes, he was.
Listen, man. I've seen people talk about Clowney and saying, "Oh, he this and he that." Yo,
Man,
Clowney,
Clowney ain't
is
poop.
is a beast.
Clowney ain't
Somebody
poop,
called him
dog.
poop.
Man,
Listen, I know his numbers.
We just gave NC biggest Cowboys fan a lot of love, and then he said he poop. He ain't poop, dog. He ain't poop, dog. You been watching that movie, Poop Dog. He ain't poop, dog.
So he signed last year a 1-year deal for $15 million.
How much?
And that was just for a cup of coffee. His market value is $20 million, according to SpokeTrack.
No, ain't nobody doing that.
Yeah, I'm not seeing anything here, so I just wanted to double check that, y'all. That's all.
Just go get Everson Griffin.
Yeah, y'all can check it out, man. I just posted
Clowney
the link
would
down
be a
below.
total 180.
He had 3 sacks last year,
He would be a 180 because we don't sign them type of guys.
4
Bruh,
forced fumbles,
Clowney
1
would be good with
interception.
us because it's the Cowboys. You feel what I'm
True.
saying? See, like Clowney, the Cowboys still have that aura no matter what people say.
Mhm.
And if Clowney came to the Cowboys and it was affordable, you don't think he ain't going to try to ball out because he plays for the damn Cowboys? Y'all got to be out of your. Hey, give me the beat. You got to be out of your. Damn,
I
give me the
got you.
beat.
I got you. Say again.
You got to be out of your goddamn mind.
but let me say this though.
Go ahead, brother.
For all of the cry, Eagles cry.
We got some of them in the chat.
No victory. Clowney was the guy, and I'm not laughing. I'm
Oh.
just stating.
There you go. There
I'm
you
not
go.
laughing.
There you go.
Dare I say? I'm just stating.
Dare I say?
He was the guy, the brother from another mother, no other. Don't look like Danny Glover. He was the guy that put Carson Wentz out of the playoff. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah,
I'm just
he
saying.
did.
He was the guy. So
Let me tell you something about
if
that.
anything, Wentz may be wincing when he see Clowney.
I was
around
at an Eagles bar watching that game because I did I have a First Down podcast. I did a live show at an Eagles bar.
Wow.
And I stayed because one of my best friends is an Eagle fan.
And he killed it.
Oh my! When I tell you, the room, you could just feel the tension when Davian Clowney fell on top of him, and he couldn't get up a little bit, and he went into the locker room. The whole mood changed, and I'm just sitting there smiling, dog. I'm just sitting there loving
Like,
it.
Guess what? He hurt again.
I went over to my man and said, I was like, bro, you all right, man? He's like, oh, yeah, we be all right. We be all right. I'm like, no, you won't. It's over for you, dog. In 9 minutes. He played 9 minutes. It's over. But anyway.
9 minutes.
That's
Shout out
neither
to
here
number
nor there.
9.
We're talking about David Clowney. I didn't see anything, so I don't think anything is going to happen. That would be a shocker. So there's somebody
They already said they got to come down that price crazy. So I'm not on the Clowney thing because he's such a name and everybody's talking
Right.
about him.
I was
like
never
I
bringing
said,
him
give
up.
me damn Everson Griffin and I'm good.
You good.
Give me Everson Griffin, Gerald McCoy, and the snacks, and I'll smack the hell out of you.
Man, I would love to get Griff. Ooh, I love
And
to
then
get
you still
Griff.
got Randy Gregory in the
mindset.
fold,
That's perfect because Griff can play the run better than Gregory, and then
right?
And
And
if you
then
wanna
third downs,
yeah.
Yeah.
third downs
That
with your
bend.
NASCAR package,
slide D-Law inside, Griffin, Gregory on the outside, McCoy.
dog.
I know I know it's a lot of fantasy here, but this is what
We
we
dreaming.
got. We got to
We-
project. We got to
Fantasy.
project, and it's early, y'all. I understand it's only one
California
signing,
dreaming, dog.
but it's very possible that the tides have changed or turned. Is it tides have changed or tides have turned?
Well, it's
So,
one of
one
them.
of the two.
I'm gonna give
Things
one of
may
the two.
have
Good.
changed in regards to how we the process and how we get free agents, and I don't know. Like I said, give
Because
me one or two more
we
seasons.
even when we got Quinn in the trade, they didn't jump this early after the second day, did they?
No, Quinn.
No.
Quinn was
Was that?
It wasn't this early. The talks we heard it chatter, right? Because
we were still
Oh, that's my girl.
That's a party.
Mercedes BMW Porsche. She don't play around. She pulls out her driveway in a Mercedes, a Beamer, or a Porsche.
Either
What
or.
up with your Mercedes? She said,
Salute
James,
to
you
you.
always speak the truth. I still want a big, nasty tech. And
Need one.
I love you for life. She don't play around. She the one that got them Gucci Fendi bags when she walking around. Oh,
Prada too.
Prada too. She in
Indy.
Beverly Hills, y'all.
Yes, $20 holla.
we got Ryan
Appreciate you,
Kirk in
Mercedes.
the comment
Love
section.
you for life.
He says McCoy's not bad, but he's seasoned. That's for sure. Yeah, he is seasoned.
Yeah, I mean,
But this is the type. This is the type of guys we're probably going to go
I
out
was all the way wrong on that one.
right.
on. What?
I'm,
On what? You
What
wrong
happened?
on? I'm reading some of these comments here.
look at the feed.
What happened, Chief?
I'm trying to find you, brother. What you wrong?
Jurassic Pork. What's going
Look,
on with you?
It said Mercedes said, I'm a dude.
Is that what it?
Said, I'm a dude, brother.
Hey, dudes wear Indy too. Fendi, Prada, Gucci, BMW, Beamers. Hey, they wear that too. They drive that too.
Thank you, Law, for saving me.
The rebound.
What you talking
by
about?
Law.
You just went on a whole tangent about how Mercedes.
Shut up. Hey, Skywalker, I'm going to tell you right now, you better not cut this.
Oh, I'm cutting it.
No, I already knew it. I already seen your mind wandering.
I'm fine.
You better not cut
Whoa.
this shit. I'm gonna smack you in your. I'm gonna come to Pennsylvania. And I'm gonna beat your ass.
Now you really
I got real tears because he went on. Shout out to my girl Mercedes. That's my
Mercedes.
girl.
That's because
That's
my
my
boo thing
girl.
said it was a girl.
Yo, okay.
Yeah, you did.
Oh man, Tom, I'm so sorry, Universe.
Yeah, you did. It's my. Hey, blame that on my girl because she
Oh,
said,
man.
yeah. She always be looking out.
Oh,
That's my
no,
girl.
man.
She said it, dog, not me.
Oh man.
Man, you wow, man. You wow.
I'm sorry, y'all. Y'all know how we get. It's the late night hype. It's a late night hype. I'm quarantined.
I'm so sorry.
I ain't going nowhere. I'm here.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I love y'all,
I
man.
promise
Yo,
y'all. I'm so.
Cowboys Nation is deep today, man. 627 eyeballs are on us right now.
Wow.
Well, if you times that by 2, that's over 12,000 or 1,200.
Wow.
But it's a lot of eyeballs watching us today, and we appreciate you guys.
Really
And it's going to
appreciate
be fun. You know how we do. We're gonna try to give y'all the news, give y'all our opinions, taste, spit a little bit of knowledge. Y'all tell us some stuff. But most importantly, man, we're gonna have fun with it. We're gonna have
Yes,
fun with it.
indeed.
But boy, I cannot wait to cut that one up and go back. And
Oh my God, Manuel Cornell says you can't come back from that. I can't.
Yes.
Just forgive me, please.
The three-legged stand,
wow.
baby.
Wow.
The tripod.
What's
the
up,
Mercedes
Sky?
tripod.
Oh, man, let me tell y'all. Let me look at the chat. Look at the chat, brother. They was laughing at your ass.
They eat
Look
my
at
ass
this. Look
up
at this.
right now.
They
Wow.
eat. Yeah. They definitely is. Oh man.
Mercedes tripod.
What Travis says. Will
Please
we
please don't be like, I ain't never coming on the show
gang?
again. Don't please. Don't, but I ain't ever donating to your ass again. Look.
You gotta stop. Hey, big gay, you gotta stop, brother. I'm trying to move
All
on for you.
All right, I'm
I'm
done.
trying to move on for you.
right.
But my man did donate $20 to you when you called him a girl.
Oh, buddy.
All right, I'm
Bloopers.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm
I
sorry.
had a question. There was a
just
question.
forgive me.
There was
I'm
a
done
question.
talking.
There was a question. What
I'm
was the
done
damn
talking.
question? I'm so sorry, y'all.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, y'all wild, man.
Hey, I
Will we
need
be
for y'all.
here it is, Travis? Will we
Yeah.
be interested in bringing Michael Bennett back as a defensive tackle?
No.
Yeah,
He's
no.
gone. He's bye Felicia.
Bye.
I'm good. I'm good. We
Bye.
need, we have enough 3 techs now because Tristan Hill's probably going to stay, right?
Right.
Daniel Wise is still on the practice squad.
Shout out to Daniel Wise.
Gerald
who
McCoy
I like Daniel
outperformed and
Wise.
outplayed. Daniel Wise outperforming outplayed Tristan. It's just a political situation for the nation. But on top of that, with that being said, Daniel Wise, he is undersized though. He's like what 290, 280,
man.
Go ahead.
I'm sorry, y'all. Manuel said homeboy done disappeared.
Yeah, I know.
Sure. He ran off. He ran off like Robert Quinn.
Said, don't you ever think you getting a donation again, fool.
You about to go back and get a refund, bro.
Look, that super chat gonna be gone.
Yeah.
All right, man.
Well, you know, you got the comments and you can retract them, remove them. Super chat removed. Super chat retracted.
He retracted. Just
Negative 20.
Oh, there you go. Nah, bro, you still here. Mercedes is still here.
Okay, good.
Still here.
Super chat retracted.
Brother, hey, Mercedes, we is not laughing at you. We laughing at this
We
fool.
are not. I am so
We
sorry.
laughing at this fool, man.
Y'all,
But on the
man,
other
I'm really
end,
in
since we
tears.
got all of these people watching, Mercedes, BMW, Porsche, since we saying those names, y'all can always the company, y'all can always reach out to us.
Oh man, we love that. We trying to get this late night hype. What you always say, big game, James? Syndicated.
syndicated.
Syndications for the nation, baby.
I know.
Hey,
I'm
we
sorry,
got some ladies in here.
Calvin. You're
Yeah.
right. I'm sorry. We got to stop interrupting Law. But it's always
No, you
somebody in the
good.
comments just saying something funny after this whole Mercedes thing.
That's funny.
Let's bring it back down. Let's bring it back
Let's
down.
go.
All right.
Go with it.
Any
Hey,
part-
can I tell y'all one thing though?
Yeah.
It's about Ezekiel Elliott.
Mm,
You remember how Dallas Cowboys caved in
right.
about paying him? You know that running back market is nothing.
Oh yeah, nobody's really.
Have
being
y'all
signed.
seen that? That running back market is absolutely nothing.
You want me
If
to
you're a
piss
running
off-
back in this day and age, I feel sorry for you. You're not getting any money. The only person that got any money so far as a running back has been Jordan Howard, and he's only getting $5 million a year.
Yeah, Cowboys work backwards, bro. They was hustling them backwards.
I love you, Zeke, but you're making $15 million a year, and I see all these other running backs ain't getting jack poo. Now I know Ezekiel Elliott is elite.
Are we
not saying that.
Are we in the wrong here, Law?
Well, here's the thing though. It's two guys that you guys got to look at what wrecked the market. The guy that just got traded to the Texans, I forgot his last name. I think his first name is David, right?
Say
Did he
again.
get the big
David
track-
Johnson.
David, whoever his name is.
David
Yeah,
got
he
it
got
before Zeke, correct?
Yeah,
Yeah,
he got his
it
money. He
before
got
Zeke.
his money before Zeke. And then Todd Gurley's situation. Those
Right.
two guys kind of looked at the market and they said, well,
That was the team's faults, though.
it was the team fault, but it kind of hurt the market. And Ezekiel Elliott got paid all of this money. And another thing that hurt Ezekiel Elliott case was these two teams that just recently played in the Super Bowl, the 49ers and the Kansas City Chiefs. Although a lot of people don't give that other kid for the Kansas City Chiefs any love and adulations or
Damian
respect.
Williams.
Damian Williams.
But Damian Williams, they don't win that Super Bowl if he don't run the way he run.
Sure,
But you see how it goes, though. They looking at it from the bigger picture and say, man, why pay Ezekiel Elliott all of that cash, dare I say? When you look at this kid, we paying him peanuts, and he just gave us better production as it relates to off-season, playoff, postseason play.
Let me run
Like
down.
I said, the last All-Pro running back to
Right.
start in a Super Bowl, I believe, was Marshall Faulk.
Let me run down a couple questions and comments before I give my opinions on the Zeke thing. They said that we restructure Ezekiel Elliott and La'el Collins. That is correct. We got about what, 10 million out of that?
No, you only got $5 million because there was no money that came off of Ezekiel Elliott's restructure. Only Collins.
Okay, so it was 5 million. Okay.
Mhm.
What was the other one I saw? Oh, Joshua Magaha. If I said that wrong, please, I'm
Magaha.
sorry. But Joshua said, love the late night hype. Del Pitt or McKinney at 17. Go.
McKinney all day,
Delpit.
especially in this particular defense.
Dope it.
I get what you
Del
mean by
Pitt's a
McKinney.
range
though,
I
Law.
cover
feel
guy.
McKinney's
Range
more
cover guy.
physical, but I like the range. I like the range.
I just need me a playmaker back there, man. I don't know.
Can I give two things before you finish that?
Yeah.
Donation. $1.99 holler from NC's biggest fan. He said, I take Quinn over Andrew Clowney and snacks. I feel you.
Oh, yeah.
And we also got another donation from Joshua Magaha, how you just said, loving the late night. Oh, you gave did you call the donation?
Yeah, I shouted out.
Donations.
Double donation for you,
Donation.
Joshua.
Double time for you.
Dominic Garcia must have just hopped in here. Thank you for hopping in, Dominic. We did sign Breaking news: we did sign Gerald McCoy to a 3-year deal. You missed that one earlier. Definitely got to run that back. That got me hyped. Listen, I'm gonna tell y'all right now. Let me look at y'all.
Y'all time stamp it for us.
I'm gonna tell y'all right now. We're gonna do some live watch parties during the season.
Oh gosh,
What y'all just saw
if
with my reaction, you just wait.
hey,
For the watch parties.
if y'all ain't in these watch parties with us, y'all tripping.
Oh man, it's
That's gonna be the hottest watch party out.
I think that me and Big Game James, we did a bunch of them.
Yeah,
One
we
of
did.
them
We
got
did like
over
3 of them.
30,000. 30,000.
Yeah, it went nutty. So y'all better be in there with us because we're gonna be cram.
Doomsday said we should call this show the Hype Syndicate. I actually like that name.
The Hype Syndicate.
But I love the late night hype right now, though.
The late night hype, dog.
See you, Island. He said, much respect, homies. I know it's getting a little late here, but
I
I'm
appreciate you. Love you.
I'm
I
good.
know all y'all can't stay up and got to go to bed, but guess
Yep.
what? Even if I had to get up at 4 a.m, I'm still talking.
So, I want to get back into this running back stuff because I think it's fascinating. Because I talked about this on my last show, and I told people, don't throw rocks and stones at me. But I think the Cowboys made an absolute mistake caving into Ezekiel Elliott. And this is not to do with Zeke not being good. He's a great player, right, y'all? But hear me out.
Right.
As you guys just said, when's the last time a caliber running back like Ezekiel Elliott's won a Super Bowl, right? And you cave to a running back. Forget the name. You cave to a running back over your franchise quarterback.
And over a top receiver, too.
And you knew in a passing league. and you knew this was your guy.
With 2 years still left.
With 2 years still left on it, and you still cave to him, but you're doing this with Dak. It just makes no sense.
And then you let Amari hit free agency, and you almost lost him.
When teams are literally getting rid of running backs, literally getting rid of running backs, it makes no sense.
Hey ho, $1.99 holla for Travis Cloglin. I said that right? Never seen a donation from you before, so shout out. Been a whole lot of new donations and representations up in here, and I love y'all. I just love y'all.
Love is lovelier.
Hey, I got a question, y'all. Is Philadelphia Eagles is an Eagle fan?
Is he?
I don't know. He
or she? He or she?
Oh yeah, we definitely got to make sure.
Yeah, we gotta make sure now.
Make sure, man.
Double check,
discount,
baby.
Double check now.
Is it a tripod or two-legged stand?
Don't want to run into
Transformer?
Transformer.
Travis Clone. I'm not even going to try it, man. Travis says, I was hoping Dallas would trade for O.J. Howard, but now Brady is going to be his number one target. That's crazy that you said that, Travis, because when Brady got announced to go to Tampa, I said, well, there goes O.J. He's about to turn O.J. into Gronk.
Yeah, he.
Oh, I didn't think about it like that. Yeah.
Yeah, they want to let go of him. But like I told y'all, Tyler Eifert.
Yeah.
Why not?
He
played. I know he's off injured, but you let Blake Jarwin be the man, be the starter. He played 40% of the snaps last year, played in 16 games, had over 40 catches. He had a 13 touchdown season, and he is a threat in the red zone, and he is a blocker.
I was just about to say, can he block? That's the number one question.
He can block and he can catch. Okay.
What about Thaddeus Moss though? If you go into the draft and you do that deal,
but if you're looking at a tight end, why would you get one early? You would get a tight end late.
So here's my thing with that big game. If you go out and you guys give us your opinions on Tyler Eifert, I think Blake Jarwin is your number one guy, like legitimate number one. I'm not talking about. Sure. Jason Witten, number one the last 2 years. I mean, he is a legitimate weapon you can actually plan for in the offense. So as your number two tight end, are you A, going to spend anything more than you really, really want, more than I'm talking about bargain? And B, do you want that guy to be more of a blocker and then less of a receiver? Like, I don't know how McCarthy is thinking, but it's something you got to think about because we just gave
Don't make Blake block at all. Just make him a receiver.
So that means we need to get a more of a blocker, correct? A Mercedes Lewis type of guy. Not saying go get him. I'm just, that's a big one right there. Who that to?
Wow. Big.
1999.
Who got the 1999? How was that you, Ill Will?
I don't know. Let me see, man.
That's
over here
No,
to the
that's
nation.
That's to the law. The
Shout
law.
out to you.
That's
The
to the
nation.
law.
Big
Really
Red
appreciate
said,
you so much,
Yes.
man. Thank you so much, man. He said, man, I
$1.99
appreciate
holla.
y'all.
I know it ain't as big as you, Law, but I got $1.99 holla over there from Rumbaloo.
All penny counts, baby. All penny counts. Thank you so
Hey,
much,
Philadelphia,
man, for the
I-
1999.
I gotta say this is the other one. Philadelphia he had some bars. I gotta find it. It was pretty funny.
Quarantine.
Yeah, he
bars.
said, y'all better not call for my team. Get them quarantined from that C-19 bars.
Bars.
We ain't got to call for them, brother.
Yeah.
They
That
already
boy
advised
good.
us.
That boy good.
So
all right, let me touch on this topic
Go
right
ahead,
quick.
brother.
What you're talking about earlier. Let's just moonwalk back just a little bit to dare I say Ezekiel Elliott.
Yes.
All right, so the year right before we paid him, the year he held out or what have you. Yes, he ran for 1,435 yards. But the other coin to that conversation piece, just to be objective with it, because I know a lot of people don't like Ezekiel Elliott or don't like the fact that he got that big money.
Yeah.
But guess what he did that year also?
What's that?
He caught the ball. You know how many receptions?
72 receptions?
77 receptions.
77.
567 yards. He was our number 2 wide receiver. So if I'm looking at it like if that is with Scott Linehan that year in Jason Garrett administration for the nation, I can only imagine with my mind what Mike McCarthy will do with Ezekiel Elliott. So I'm looking at it like, of course, the contract is foolish on the Cowboys, but we can't just put Ezekiel Elliott in the box. I think that he can catch the ball.
Use the hell out of him because you have him for your money. So use the hell out of him. Don't. And that's what my problem is. Not to cut you off, Law.
No,
I
you
apologize. I'm just going to bounce off, and you can tell me because the problem is with me. You signed him to this big contract, right? He held up for all that money, and then he had career low numbers. Career low numbers in attempts, yards per average. I think it was his second lowest. And his numbers as far as his overall production, I think it was his second lowest as far as his total yardage. So across the board, and even his average, he was averaging like 22 carries. He only averaged 18 carries, only averaged 84 yards a game. And each year he's been in the league, his yards per game has went down.
Yeah. And again,
facts.
Not hating. Exactly. I'm not hating off of Zeke.
Just showing the numbers.
I think, man, and call me crazy. I don't care. I don't give a damn. I think Tony Pollard would be dynamic as a RB1. I really do. People went into this thinking that Tony Pollard was just some gadget guy. And what did Coach Brown say last year? Y'all got to stop with that shit. This man is not some 5'7", 190-pound running back. He's 6 foot, 6'1", 210, 215-pound running back that can get up the middle, that can take it outside. Now, that's not happening. That's neither here nor there. But my thing is, Dallas, if he doesn't cave on Ezekiel Elliott, and you go into the season playing the Giants and then the Redskins and then the Dolphins, you think we're not going to beat them without Zeke? Come on, man. We're going to beat them.
We're going to beat them.
And then you get them back, and then you say, all right, Zeke, buck up. And you get this thing done the next year or the following, whatever. You got Zeke for 2 more years. I just didn't understand caving to him and playing hardball to a franchise DE and a franchise quarterback.
Well, let me ask you this. Let me ask you this. We picked up TP to help Ezekiel Elliott, right? Both of y'all agree with that?
Yes.
I don't know why we picked him up with that last staff. That last staff is mind-boggling. If we say we picked up TP to help Zeke, then why the hell didn't we use TP to help Zeke?
Well, let me throw this in too. This is the stupidity of this organization as it relates to the time split, and I think that's why Brown is out of the door. You see, as the running back coach, Ezekiel Elliott had more snaps last year than he ever had in his entire career. I'm gonna repeat for those who didn't hear.
Oh, I didn't know.
Ezekiel Elliott had more snaps in his last year than he ever had in his ever career. You see what I'm saying? So he had 942 snaps. In 2018, if you know what I mean, he had 893 snaps, you see. The year before that, 591. And then, of course, in 2016, he only had 716 because, you know, they had the guy, McFadden. They had a whole bunch of other
McFadden,
guys.
DMC.
Yeah, they help him out or what have you, his rookie year. So they ultimately brought in TP to give Ezekiel Elliott more snaps. It just don't make sense to me. So I think that this new coaching staff will understand the philosophy of football, and they will limit Ezekiel Elliott snaps. Maybe we see even better Ezekiel Elliott.
I sure as hell hope
explosive.
so. Big Country says, will Pollard play the slot?
He can.
Yeah, I don't see that happen. I see him probably doing some spot plays here and there, but he's going to run that ball. I definitely see where I think you'll see Tony Pollard is that damn screen game.
True.
Oh, and he loves the screen game.
He is not. If you use that screen game with Tony Pollard, he's nasty. Zeke is good, but Pollard is nasty on that screen game.
Yeah. And you know what's weird though? I haven't heard him talk about Tony Pollard at all. He's talking about Zeke. He ain't said a damn thing about TP.
I will give Zeke his props though. He looking real trim.
He looks motivated.
You're ready for it.
He looks like he's ready. But you know what? When you get a new staff,
there you go, Q.
And you can't lean on Jason Garrett, you're gonna get your ass in shape.
Right.
And I think Zeke might come out and have a career type of year because he's just that good, and he finally got an actual. Excuse me, y'all.
And maybe he might feel like he has something to prove too.
I think
because, like I said, he only averaged 84 yards a game last year.
I think he absolutely has something to prove. Not because not because I'm saying he's not good. It's just that I think he could have had a better year.
Yeah, and he might be listening to other people. Don't think them players don't listen to the talk.
Oh, they listen. They listen.
They listen.
Oh, they listen.
Yeah.
So Tony Pollard. We all think he should be used more, but I don't want to get too far onto the Zeke train in the sense that I'm upset. I'm not upset that they signed him. I just think that the Cowboys hustle backwards.
Right.
I don't understand.
Should have got your quarterback first.
Number one, point blank period. Get that done.
The quarterback should have been always first, and then you figure it out because just like you said, it's seen people in here in the comments. It's more of a two-back system now, and you don't. And even if you had Tony Pollard and you had another good back that you got in the draft, you wouldn't be crying. You wouldn't feel like Dallas wouldn't be able to still win.
So Jonathan asked, and this is kind of, I'm going to tie two questions together. Jonathan asked, what happened to Tavon Austin? Do the Cowboys still have him? And then someone earlier in I'm sorry I forget your name, they asked, how do we replace Randall Cobb? We talked a little bit about it earlier, but let's go back to that. We were mostly looking into the draft, correct?
That's all I am looking at. You don't need to go out there and sign somebody. Go get a rookie.
Who's out there? Tyler Gabriel is one guy out there, but I think
Danny Amendola.
Hell no.
He's 34 years old.
I agree. No. I'm just saying. Ain't nobody out there.
Donation.
G-Town Silver and Blue.
Silver and Blue with the name in there. I think that's on Big Game James.
No, it ain't on me.
You're still.
That's Skywalker.
That is with me. Thank you very much, D-Town Silver and Blue. He says, guys, love the show, bros. When and are they still going after some big stanks for our D-line? Big stanks. I like that one.
Uglies. They big
I like
stanks.
that one.
Stank it up, baby.
Hey,
well, you started with McCoy, so
big
hopefully it'll continue. The ball will continue to roll, and it'll be a domino effect, as I can say, like law. Dare I say domino effect?
Hey, they said Robbie or Roby. I don't know his last name.
No. He's going to cost too much money. Hell no.
Not really a slot.
No,
Travis Benjamin. Travis Benjamin in the slot. He's a fasty.
He's like 30-something.
So, Paul Richardson.
Slim.
He got paid. Didn't he get paid in Washington? They cut him.
Yeah,
they cut him?
That's what I'm saying.
Oh, wow.
It don't matter if he's slim. He playing in the slot.
Slim.
I mean,
you gotta be big to play in the slot. You talking about slim fit, dog, right here on the hey. I'm slim fit, knuckle.
You know what, y'all? This is the late night hype. We gonna throw a little outside the box right quick. Overtime, yeah, right. We saw, hear me out and see if you follow me right quick, nation. We saw Mike McCarthy in his last few years in Green Bay. Mike McCarthy turned a wide receiver into a running back. Could he turn a running back into a wide receiver? Tony Pollard.
Here's the thing, though. You ain't really changing him into a receiver because he was a receiver at Memphis.
Correct, but I mean in the NFL.
Right.
I just mean in the NFL.
Yeah.
Could that? I mean, we're just throwing out here. I have no
don't wanna
idea.
see
This
that.
isn't some insight or anything
I
like
don't wanna
that.
see that. I don't want to see that.
But then when you start talking about your 53 and your 46, that means you have to pick up another running
I
back.
don't want to see that. I don't want to see that. I
So,
wanna see
so
Tony
you don't
Pollard
think
in
they
that
have to get
backfield.
another one in general? They roll with 2 all year again?
Unless that's the scenario why they keep Jameis Olawale.
No, I
Maybe he
want
can be
Tony
a
Pollard in that
H-back type of
backfield.
tight end type of
I
deal.
love
want
Tony. I just want Tony on the field.
Yeah,
Just
I
put
want
him on
Tony
the
in that
field.
backfield. When he gets
Explosive
that
Tony.
when he gets that ball in his hands, and he
The reason why I bring it up is because we can't have our cake and eat it too with Tony Pollard and Ezekiel Elliott. As good as Tony Pollard is, Ezekiel Elliott is still extremely elite running back, right? So how can Ty Montgomery NC says how can we maximize both of these guys' skill sets? I thought they're a great 1-2 punch, but we never use them as a 1-2 punch because Jason Garrett doesn't know how to use 1-2 punches. We've seen that. Mike
Right.
McCarthy is accustomed to a little bit more of a running back by committee, but there ain't no such thing as that when you have Ezekiel Elliott. So how can we get TP out there?
John Jones with the $5 holla.
Where I didn't see that.
He just dropped it.
Okay,
That's
there
my,
you go, John Jones. It didn't
That's my
update.
dog.
John Jones.
That's my dog, John Jones. That's John Bone Jones.
But hold on, no, that's a serious question for the nation and for y'all. How do we realistically throw away what we want? How do we realistically get Tony Pollard out there and Ezekiel Elliott? I will throw this out there and let y'all think. Randall Cobb under Mike McCarthy played in the backfield, played out wide, played in the slot, and he talked about that at his press conference. Is that something that he could do with TP?
You're on to something, big dog.
I'm just saying.
You are on to something because that's the easiest way for him to get on the field is to do that. So you're definitely on to something. I'm feeling you on that one. You're on to something.
It's just something to think about, nation. It's
Those
just something to think
donations, man. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, there was some more that flew in here. Adrian
flew
Lindsay.
in.
Appreciate you. He says, we got Gerald McCoy. Yes, we did, and we party. You want to party again with me? Let's party.
Come on, play that.
That was a quick ass party.
Yeah.
And Francisco says, much love from what's that, Tuscan, Arizona. Keep up the good work, fellas.
Tucson, dude.
Tucson. I'm just... Peace out, y'all. I love y'all. Tucson, Arizona. I ain't from Arizona, man.
Thank you. That is God rewarding me. That is God for rewarding me for what you were going to do to me tomorrow. So you make sure you cut that too, okay?
Can't wait. Let me finish.
Make sure you cut that, because if you don't, I'll be talking to you tomorrow. So you can cut mine, but you better cut yours. Tucson.
Much love from Tucson, right? Arizona.
Tucson, Arizona.
Keep up the good work, fellas. Can't wait to see what the new staff does. There's just something. It's just something about pronouncing some of these goddamn cities and states, man.
Look, me.
Massachusetts and
It's only the nose.
I can't
Toucan
laugh.
Sam. It's the nose. It's the
nose.
Hey, nation.
Hey, crown.
Tyrone said Tuscan. Hey, nation.
Tuskegee, Arizona.
Let's get a vote right quick. Let's get a vote right quick. Which was worse, Tuscan, Arizona, or calling Mercedes our brother, a sister
From another mother.
a brother from another mother, a sister from another mister? Which one was worse?
The tripod.
Hey, yo, my bad, brother. If I screwed up Tucson and Massachusetts.
Oh, gosh.
Yeah, NC,
Oh, my
I'm gonna try to
goodness,
get you to be a moderator, brother.
Yeah, you gotta get him
Hey,
out.
Carlito,
Yeah, we
listen. Carlito.
Carlito, way.
Carlito said, I can't do it.
I feel ya. I feel ya.
People gonna be so sleepy going into work Wednesday. They gonna be like, man,
They're
these
like, we
guys
hate
are
y'all.
late night hype.
We hate y'all.
Carlito
Y'all
says,
keeping us up.
he says Skywalker
Yeah.
can't do the roll calls, man.
No roll call.
And
Yeah, 'cause
don't
he
have
killed-
me to do
he
it, 'cause
killed-
I'm from-
He
I'm
said
from Mississippi.
Massachusetts.
I be dodging words. I be like, no, I ain't finna say that word.
Listen, I be catching myself trying to say some of these last names. That's why I'll be starting.
I don't
it,
want to
and
say
end it.
nobody's last name because I'll be butchering them.
Oh,
Butcher.
man. I'm sorry, fellas. Anyway, back into here. Q says sister from another mister. Yeah, that's what he called our man Mercedes. Devin Duvernay. Did I get that one right?
Yeah, Duvernay, you got that one.
Yeah.
Got that one right. Devin Duvernay is a little faster than Cobb. He ran a 4.38.
Yeah, Duvernay is fast, and he looked good at the combine. That's a great pickup in the later round. Also, KJ Hill's a name because he did. There's a lot of guys. They're everywhere as far as receivers go.
Give me Hamler over Hill, whatever that guy named. KJ.
Yeah, who
From
you
Ohio
like?
State? No, I'm not
Rager.
gonna say that because I know he didn't run good at the combine. But I'm telling
Hey,
you,
shout
them
out to
Ohio
Eastside,
State
$5
receivers,
holla.
$5 holla. But
From-
them receivers from Ohio State do good.
Let me
Look at
shout
what
out.
Lauren did.
Let me shout out Eastside right quick, man, because he's been calling into the show on the Skywalker show, man. And make sure y'all tune into that, man. Got them phone lines. We gonna get them phone lines popping too here.
Yeah, on
but-
mine too, Eastside. I'm gonna get you, dog. Ain't nobody scared.
Shout out to him though. Who call them cowgirls and then give us money?
He's-
That's
he
the
support-
That's why I
he
love him.
support us, man.
He's the beast. I
He's
talked
the
to him on the
beast.
phone a couple times. Me and Eastside Harold is cool people, dog.
He said,
He don't
Eastside
fold.
said
I like
this
that.
week is getting worse and worse. Dallas Cowboy fans are too happy and having too much fun. Hey, man.
Hey, ask him how's he feel about DJ Reader, buddy. He gone. He gone.
Hey, where DeAndre Hopkins at, man?
Hold on.
Hey, where you at? Where DJ Reader at, dog? And remember, I told you Bill O'Brien is your GM.
Hey, yo. We gotta get back into the comments.
All right, let's
So
get back.
We're getting some.
We
of
gotta
the-
go to bed soon.
We're getting some of the polls are coming in here. Tyrone says Skywalker's fired on his day off. Damn, y'all firing me off the roll call. Y'all firing me off the roll call. Come on, nation.
How the hell you get fired on your day off?
I don't know, brother.
'Cause remember, you got your days off now. Remember, you ain't
see,
going to work tomorrow.
Yeah,
I'm
you
just gonna say
quarantined.
Mendoza. Mendoza says the James Porsche. I think he's talking about the Mercedes BMW
Yeah,
thing.
Yeah.
Flip said Tuscan, so Flip is saying that I got the worst one. Cal said Mercedes. I think it's about even right
It's
now.
half and half
It's
right
about
now?
half, and I think we both done.
50-50.
Excuse my French. We
Yeah.
both done. Up. Oh, that's the wrong one, y'all. Wrong one. See, I'm messing up. It's time to go to bed. We both done. Yeah, we messed up, brother. We messed up.
Yours be on point. I don't like how yours, when I want to cuss, you're delayed. But when you cuss, it's on point with the beeps. Can you get it right from me, please?
What you want? Go ahead, brother.
Shut the.
Got you.
Got it.
All right, there you go.
Peace out, Ryan. Peace out. Devin
out,
Frost
y'all.
says Coop and Judy moving in and out of the slot would be scary.
Super scary.
Super
Is that a
And
possibility?
still got Gallup?
But give me
Ooh-wee.
rugs. Give me rugs inside.
Oh,
That's
my
the
gosh.
one.
Don't do that. You get Ruggs with that 4-2. Dallas going to be, whoa, that offense will be
Medieval.
scary.
I gotta correct Mendoza. They say he's talking about James. Is it Proche from the wide receiver from SMU? Am I saying that right?
I don't know anything about him. I'm going to keep it real.
All right, we gotta look
Who
into
you
it.
talking about,
Not a
Cole?
name-
We'll look up to him.
not a name I
That's
saw either.
that's
Somebody in the
not a name,
comments
so-
said Jimmy Graham to the Cowboys. No, he was signed
Hell
by
to
the
the
Bears.
no.
He signed to the
Nobody
Bears.
want no damn old ass Jimmy Graham.
G Town said, "Love you guys, but Law the only one that got some sense." Yes, Law is
That's
our
cool.
yin to
I
the
don't.
yang.
Everybody always says I don't have any sense, so I'll roll with that one.
Law balances this damn show out because
Yes,
me
because he's cram.
and Big Gang.
Cram.
That's all we appreciate it. That's why I think we're a great mix.
It's a trifecta.
That's why it's the trifecta, dog. We the untouchables. We the unbreakables.
Man, y'all.
Yeah.
Love y'all,
It's
man.
different flavors, man.
All right,
Love
let's-
you too.
let's-
Don't get emotional on here right now, though.
Let's run off some of these. We got Malcolm Jenkins. What the F, Malcolm Jenkins to the Cowboys?
Bye.
Wait.
What the hell you want some old? You see his beard?
Yeah, I'm not.
He looks
looking at-
80. No.
Serge says he can't send a super chat. That's a YouTube problem, probably, brother.
Yeah, we'll break through.
Yeah.
Come on,
Oh,
get my inbox. I'll help you
skeptical.
break through.
Fan just said the super
David
chat.
Miller says bring back Malcolm Smith for depth.
Yeah,
I'm with it.
$2.
I'm with that.
I'm with it. Gerald, good night, brother. Good night.
Good night.
Y'all wake up.
Be
Drink
safe.
some coffee. Don't go to sleep.
I know my girl over there mad. She need to be tapping something, though.
Hey,
She can be handling something while you sleep. You need to be handling something, girl.
before we get up out of here, I do want to
Right.
thank everybody that was up in this chat. Make sure you like, man. The likes help the page. I say it every time before we log
Right,
off. The likes
right.
and the comments and the subscriptions, the subscribers, they help the page a ton.
Right.
This is man, this is taking off each and every week. We've literally had more views and more viewers each and every week. So we definitely got to do something nice for y'all soon here. So yeah, definitely keep subscribing and
we
whatnot.
gotta get some contests popping and get some gifts going to them.
Yeah, I want to get out like
some
a late night hype shirt or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Get an autographed football or something because we got connects. So,
Crochet.
yeah,
Thank you, Jeremy.
We'll figure that out so we can get so we can give back.
Yes.
You got to give back to
We
the
got to
nation.
give back.
Yeah.
We got to give back to the
We
nation.
got to donate to the nation.
Yes.
We
Right.
gotta give a donation to the nation. We didn't touch on this, and Chris brought it up. I don't know how the hell we went this long without touching on it, but Sean Lee was brought back. $2 million guaranteed. But no. Listen.
I know. I don't give a hell about Snake Lee. I don't give a hell about Snake Lee.
$2 million. It can go up to $5 million with incentives, if I'm not mistaken, y'all. So
Right.
he's back. I think that was smart though. Yeah,
It was smart.
that's smart
But
science.
so what about Snake Lee?
XX Sick Angel. Man, these names
Oh,
are.
that name is
Triple X.
Oh,
How much cap do we have left? We can still cut Crawford to getting him to get for $8 million in the cap. I don't know because things change now since we've signed Gerald McCoy. So things can change tomorrow. So
It
we don't
will.
know how much is in the cap.
Smokey says it's time for the Cowboys to give Big Game James a 5-year, $500,000 plus a FUBU. A FUBU T-shirt.
Damn, we're gonna give you the for you by us.
For
That's
you.
deep.
By us.
But go ahead, man. Sign off, Lord. Tell them where they can find you. Spell it out.
Oh my goodness!
Spell
Find
out.
me at LAW Nation on multiple platforms. Believe it or not, what?
About 100 of them
MySpace,
things.
Black Planet, Twitter, Periscope,
Farmersmeat.com.
Farmers, Black People Meats,
Christian
Christian.
Mingle.
That's what I was about to say. Christian dating.
Find them on Christian
and
Mingle.
Facebook. Don't forget about Facebook on multiple pages there. Shout out to those that's on Facebook right now, and shout out to the mods, man.
Yes,
for kicking people
they're
out and
fabulous.
regulating, regulations for the nation. Really appreciate you all. And also my website, lawsnation.net. Check me out on my website. I really appreciate you all. Oh, also iTunes as well, Acorn, and all
This
of those.
dude
guys,
on-
man. I'm everywhere, baby.
told you,
Man, this
brother.
dude on
Daily
700.
Motions.
He on
Daily
700
Motions.
platforms.
I'm everywhere, baby.
He is literally.
Mama and them,
everywhere.
we gonna see me on TV one day, right?
Hell yeah.
Pookie and
Mama,
Ray
we
Ray.
made it.
Hell yeah.
Yes,
Mama, we made it.
yes. Law Nation is on MySpace, Cowboy Marty. That's all the time that I have right now. And remember,
Oh, yeah.
you're listening to nothing but the bass. Let's go.
Woo-wee.
He's a
That
beast
deserves
with
a
that.
round of applause.
He's a beast with that. He's a beast with that.
How do we follow that up? You got to follow that up, big gang.
I can't freaking follow Law. He got the voice, man. Dun dun. Hey, all I'm gonna say is, hey, I'm Big Game James, Silver and Blue Nation. Check us out on YouTube,
Yeah.
Facebook. My Big Game James page is on Facebook. It be popping. It was popping today. So make sure you jump in there. We kick it and talk, and just on the grind. So you feel me? Hollering, dolling, and all that good stuff. There you are, Boo Thing. Where you been? Get on your job. Where you been? You've been over there playing around. You better get on your job, girl. You know we've been waiting for. Get on over there and stop playing.
You can
around.
find Big Game James on Pornhub. You can find him
nasty.com.
at this rate. It's time to go because at this rate, we might be seeing something we don't want to see on this thing, Big
No,
J.
we ain't doing all that
All
now.
right, I'm just saying. Go ahead, don't finish off.
No.
Stay tuned, ladies.
I
We
can't
cutting
stand
up.
y'all. I'm good. You just tell them where you find you at, Skywalker. I'm done.
Hey man, y'all
I'm
see
done.
where it's at, man.
Y'all
Listen to
crazy.
me, man. It's your boy Skywalker still. I'm trying to get that big, that Law Nation. It's your boy Skywalker still giving y'all that smooh jazz.
Got
you know
them
what I'm
damn
saying?
creamy waves in their head.
Making. Now I'm going ball a little bit, but it's your boy. Nah, listen, man. You can find me on YouTube. You can tell it's late. I'm getting sleepy, silly. It's find me on Skywalker still on YouTube, on Twitter at Because Cowboys, and soon probably about I guess would you say mid off season. I'm sorry, we'll get that podcast popping back again?
Yeah,
We
for
gotta
sure.
let them know about the podcast.
Stargaze, the Stargaze.
Gotta let them know about that.
Stargaze.
Yes,
and
sir.
then
Yes, sir.
let them know about the DC4L because we'll probably be
And-
dropping that
That's right.
next week.
DC4L on Facebook. You can just type in DC4L # or hashtag, as they say, DC4L on Facebook, and you'll find that group there. We'll do one like once or twice a month on that page. So that's where you can find us, y'all. I appreciate y'all in these comments.
Gosh, it was fun today.
Vero
I had a lot of
nigga.
fun.
Man,
I love you guys.
Joe Thompson, appreciate you. Randall,
Yeah, go ahead,
Andrew,
Ramon.
all of y'all, man. Who else we got? Rue Glock.
Man,
Rue Glock, what's up with you, big
Maniac.
dog? I
What's up, man?
love
Thank
that
you.
name.
Cowboy
See,
Party.
when I hear
You
Rue Glock, that just
chow.
makes me not want to talk trash to him because I feel like he will straight pop you.
Anthony Harrison.
Morena.
Philadelphia said he'd rather witness 2 Super Bowls or talk about 5. You never witnessed. I think he's talking trash in there somewhere.
Trash.
Oh,
Shout out to the
Taya.
trash.
Stevie Mack, of course, man. Stevie Mack
Stevie
is
Mack is the man.
Stevie Mack's the underground
the
Adam
damn
Schefter.
He broke the
Yes.
news.
Say that. Say it again. Say it again.
Jeremy X. He's the underground Adam Schefter.
He is. He is.
Period, man.
Hey, I got another cat that's like him
Thank
too.
you, Alfredo, for
I'm
subscribing.
gonna give a shout out. He might not be in the feed right now, and I'm gonna tell him Jamie Odea.
My phone done died.
He is another. He's a slippy Adam Schefter too. Because
What's up,
dog,
Huggy?
let me tell you,
And
he
Miss
was
Jackie
flooding
and
my
Natasha. Shout out to
inbox.
y'all.
He was flooding my inbox with all that good knowledge. So I shout out to you, Jamie. Hey, ho, $5 holla from
Shout out to
Haley
Haley.
94 where.
Hey,
Girl,
hey,
was a
hey,
good one now.
hey, you know what?
Y'all
You know
ain't ready
what?
for this, dog.
Hey, I gotta stop y'all right now.
Go ahead,
you know
brother.
what we
Stop
need to do one? Now I know what we need to do.
What?
Real talk. See this show? We need to take our energy drinks one day and do a marathon late night hike.
You tripping.
just
I
like
don't
on
drink
a Friday,
that shit.
Friday.
No, we can do that with the draft.
And go right into it.
Yeah,
just
because
do
we ain't
zombies
going.
around here.
Oh yeah.
I ain't going. I was going. I ain't going
shit,
now.
Shit, they gonna be
Ain't
doing
going
a
now.
draft like this.
Yeah, for real.
With
So
pick number
you already said
17.
So you already know where to be when draft time comes. You already know where to be at.
And we gonna be
Right.
better because I be seeing Shay Sharp trying to do it from his living room and stuff like
Man,
that.
get
They
the
don't look
hell
like
on.
us.
They don't look like us. James Harden
Alfredo
Dave
says great
Chappelle.
show tonight. G-Town says
and Chris Bouchard.
time to put the onesies
Appreciate it.
on. Yeah, it's about that time, y'all.
Yeah, it's
Hey,
about that
I
time.
appreciate y'all for rocking out with us.
We
It
love
was
y'all.
fun tonight.
Oh my gosh,
Love
we
y'all to
love
death.
y'all.
I hope y'all can
Man, y'all are so dope.
I'm glad y'all can take us because, as you know, me and Big Game get wild, and Law got to bring us down. But I appreciate
Law's
y'all
the
for
calm.
rocking out, man. Law, see what y'all see. This is what we
Law is
gonna
the
do.
calm.
We're gonna get memberships, and we gonna let y'all see the behind the scenes. Law calm, but Law get you behind the scenes.
Yeah. See, y'all see the good law.
Oh,
There it is. This fool.
is that for is that for Rona?
Look at Law. Look, babe. Look at Law.
That's for Rona. That's his protection from Rona.
And you
Shout out to
sound
Cool
like him when you
Breeze.
laugh.
Cool Breeze with the $10 holla. He said, I follow, got to hear y'all. Good luck with y'all success. Forget the haters. I started out hearing Foots the King. Keep pushing y'all. But if Dak left, do you think our season be over? He got all that in his head. Hold on, no. But if Dak left,
He got all of it.
He got he good. He
said, "I'ma
good.
get
That
my
boy
question
good.
in there."
That boy good.
Yeah, our season's over if Dak leaves. I mean, if we're going with Cooper Rush, we're not doing anything.
Why the
Rush?
Why the hell does he have $2 million?
Listen, let's not go down this route.
All right, let's not because we'll go another
day,
hour.
Another day. Law, I do like that mask. Where the hell did
I
you
love
get
that
from?
mask, Law. Hold on.
Law
right
about to
quick.
go live after this anyway, so we all. He thought he about to
I'm
go
gonna do
live.
that out. Thank you for tuning in to the Law Nation.
Oh, there he goes.
We take a deeper look at Gerald McCoy.
See, y'all about to make me go get my hat now.
I'm getting my hat.
He got the cat. That fits you
I'm
perfectly.
Black Bart. I'm Black Bart up in this piece.
I like that hat, brother.
Yeah, you
I
like
like
that,
that hat.
don't you? You
Yeah.
don't know nothing about that, boy.
But all right, Cowboys Nation.
All right, Nation.
Appreciate y'all, man. As always, keep rocking with us. Been a wonderful, wonderful show. Till next time. Peace.
Baby.